Hello, everybody. Get your kombucha ready because we are here for another episode of Viral, the modern Call of Cthulhu series from the Miskatonic Repository. We are live with our drinks. We're back for yet another game where I will be your keeper of arcane lore. And of course, we've got Dasha, Joey, John, and Estelle back with us, the Spectral Crew, as they're more well known. How's it going, everybody?
Doing well. Been really waiting for this all week. This is great.
After last week's cliffhanger, it's definitely been highly anticipated.
Last week was so good. Just if anyone hasn't watched it and who's watching right now, watch the previous episode. Look for Annabelle talking to Tony.
Oh yeah.
That didn't go over so well. Tony is don't forget, Tony sucks. But he got really heartbroken.
Tony sucks, but Annabelle was worse. And honestly, I don't know who the worst person was in the last episode. I had a feeling it was going to be Zach every episode, but in fact, it wasn't.
I think Zach's been consistently the best person every episode.
Well, we know what to expect from Zach, right? Zach is like expectedly not great.
Zach is honestly an asshole.
But like we have the quote of like I hate kids with cancer.
That's true. That's true. He's second worst every episode. So he's doing well. And talking about doing well or worse or whatever, I actually the tonight's little kickoff icebreaker question I have for you actually has to do with this mug right here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you all see this? See this mug? Look at this mug.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like some sort of like discoloration going on. Like the I'm still drinking from it, so I think it's okay. But the with like a mug, like a mug gets worn, it's losing the glossiness to it, Well, that's what's happening to this mug. This is one of my all-time favorite mugs. It was from, I think, this is a long time ago now, 15 years ago. A friend got it for me when they went to like Universal or one of those, I don't know which one it was, but one of those things that had like Marvel was still like owned by it at the time. This is like pre-movies,
Is that Golden Iron Man? So I see Captain America, I see Thor.
It's just Iron Man, but I think it's just faded a little bit, so it loses a little of the red. There's some red in there. You might be able to see it. But yeah, it's like, it's got Hawkeye, it's got the typical crew here. Anyway, so this was a gift many years ago before the movies, and it's starting to lose its wear. It's seen better days, but I refuse to throw this mug out because I love it. I've used it all, well, more than half my life at this point. Isn't that weird? So my question to you is, what's one thing that you have a hard time letting go of, or what's your favorite mug? One or the other. It's up to you. Tell me your deepest, darkest fear of letting something go, or what's your favorite mug? Your choice.
Can I only pick one thing? Because there's
one.
one thing that jumps to mind immediately.
That's the one I want to hear. That's the one.
I don't know that it fits the question, but it's my original 1993 Sega Genesis.
Oh,
which
100%.
Actually, it's gonna make an appearance because I love it. 44 seconds.
Look at this.
Dasha, time him.
He's revealing his shorts with his shirt.
It
look.
is right here.
Look at
It
this
is
guy.
an original Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Okay, 93. Bought this thing, got this as a present. Still have it. Have a collection of games that I'm embarrassed to say how many I've had over the years. How many have broken and I've repurchased on Amazon. Or, I got Earthworm Jim. I got Primal Rage.
Love me some Earthworm Jim.
This was one, I got to be honest. Altered Beast is one I've bought 3 times. This is a $47 one that I recently bought about 2 or 3 years ago. I play a lot of Sega Genesis.
Wow.
There's a lot of games in here. I mean, I don't want to pull them all out because if anyone
they might
knows
crumble
Sega
to
Genesis,
dust.
they're delicate. Exactly. Yeah. They take time to warm up, to get ready, but I also don't leave it plugged in because I want to make sure it doesn't deteriorate. This is,
it's
33-year-old.
Yeah, it's older than most of the people on the stream.
Love my Sega Genesis.
All right.
Wow.
If we're
Original
thinking about it.
controllers, by the way. 2 original controllers. I'm
It's
very
funny, John.
proud of that.
It's
I
funny.
never wrapped them up like the way we all did as kids.
Yep.
Sorry. That's
No, I
that's
have the same thing actually. We're literally just across the hall here. I've got my setup as well. I got my Sega Genesis. I've got my controllers, all my games. We broke them out for my kids. They love it.
It is funny watching your kids play Sega Genesis.
Joey, you were over. When was it? You came over for the GT, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, and they were showing you their video games. They were playing them. Yeah.
I've
If
had
if we're doing objects of sentimental value. I have a little box that has all like the movie tickets to like movies I've seen.
Wow. For your
Damn.
whole life?
Yeah, I've been collecting them.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Give me a
fun.
gem. Give me a good gem here.
Let me see. Oh, speaking of Iron Man. There.
No, but like, what's a bad movie? Like something that you was miserable. You almost walked out of the theaters and you still put it in the box.
So I believe the movie. I remember seeing Die Hard 5, and like an ambulance had to be called because the movie was so bad it gave me like an anxiety attack.
Wait, for you? The ambulance came for you?
Yeah, like they called they called like actual like EMTs like
What?
That was you in the theater? No, I'm kidding.
Die Hard 5 was that bad.
I don't remember this.
I guess I have like horrible bosses here.
Oh, I love that movie. Wow, Joey, what a collection.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
We could have a whole stream where we just pick like randomly out of the hat one of those and just chat about it.
The Simpsons movie right here.
Wow.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Underrated, actually.
Lots of
The Simpsons movie?
All of them so far.
That's
Been
super
great
bad.
movies. Super bad.
Ooh. Okay.
There's
I
history
can't believe
in
I saw that in
box.
theaters. Like I must have been like 17.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you were too young. We were too young. 07? When did that movie? 06?
Something around
06.
there, yeah, for sure. Wow. Well, that's a good one, Joe. And I'm glad you had that on. Both you had your thing on hand. Shrek the Third. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah.
Well, follow that one up, you two.
Oh boy.
Where's your prop?
I'm like looking around my desk and I realize like I do have a lot of knickknacks here.
Estelle's like, I love this pen. I never go anywhere without it.
Nah. I got something that I've had for like 20 years, and I've always loved it, even as like a little kid. It's a little sand slash model. If I can get it to
Oh,
focus.
Sand Slash.
Yeah.
What an underrated Pokemon.
It is. It really is. It's such
Really
a cute
is.
little dude. I don't know if the camera will want to focus.
Is it
on
Sand Slash or Shrew?
I think it's Sand Slash.
The
Sand
older-
Shrew is the previous one.
The bigger one? Yeah.
Yeah. And just because you mentioned a mug, I got a mug here. Keep a lot of pens in it. Whoever, the person who gave it to me, I hope she's watching and sees this.
Oh, man.
Aw.
It'll be utter pandemonium.
Yeah.
You like
Love
that
it.
word too much.
I've never used that word on stream, I think. Have I?
You use that word so much.
I've used the
but
word
it-
pandemonium.
It's too punny. How could you not
It's a
enjoy
good
it?
one. Well, I've known to be unbearable. So, Dasha, go ahead.
So I don't have a prop, but I just have a hard time letting go of things in general. Like, for example, when I was little, I totally thought that like objects like were personified in a way, like objects have a conscience. So like whenever my parents would like get a new car and sell their old one, I would be so sad. So I'm like, the old car is getting abandoned and like it's gonna be so sad at getting rid of it. So that was my mentality as like a little 4 or 5 year old.
So, Toy Story really messed you up, huh?
I didn't even watch Toy Story growing up. Really, I just came up with that somehow on my own.
But did you watch it? You've seen it, though.
I've seen it. I've seen the
feel like
second one. I
everyone
haven't
has
seen
that
the
kid.
first one.
What?
Every kid has that idea though. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I very much like felt like that, and still like I understand that cars don't have like a soul, but I'm still like I'll be sad when I have to sell my car and get a new one. I'll feel like I'm letting my old one go.
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, but when you said mug, I actually have a mug that I probably should really get rid of. It was given to me probably 6 years ago. It's like one of those mugs where it's black, but then you pour in hot liquid and an image is revealed. And the image that is revealed is the Marauder's map from Harry Potter. And I love this mug, and it's chipped, and all this stuff is
Oh,
breaking
no.
off, and I'm like, this is probably gonna get me really sick if I keep drinking out of it, but I can't get rid of it, so probably should though.
Yeah.
No. You repurpose the mug to hold pens.
True. It's a
That's
good
true.
idea.
Yeah, there are a couple of mugs that I'm a big mug person. I don't know if anybody else is, but I
Oh,
have
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
far too many mugs. My wife hates that I have mugs, and I take extra ones that I know she wouldn't like to school, and I just keep them in my room, on my desk, or by the computer table, wherever it is. I just have extra mugs places. Um, and there are a couple mugs that I don't feel comfortable drinking out of. They're like, I don't know, like there's like a Darth Vader mug that I have, but you know how like Darth Vader's face is like huge and things protrude, and like I don't know, I feel like dust gets in there. How are you really gonna clean it all that well? I'm like weirded out by some mugs to drink from them. I can only drink from a mug that's like kind of standard shape. It's a weird thing. I know that might sound weird, but some mugs, I don't know, weird me out.
So that's
I'm
really
just
interesting
judging
for me
you.
because I
Oh.
love to eat out of a mug.
I'm
Soup,
cool with
cereal. I love a mug for like.
That's vile. I'm sorry.
Are
Vile.
you kidding me?
You,
I
you
love.
goddamn barbarian.
Well, yeah, no shit. Have you met me? I love like, come on, a big, like a nice big mug, and you pour like a little chicken soup in there, or you have like just a little cereal. Am I the only one?
No, I've used a mug before if a bowl wasn't easily available.
I've
think
done
a bowl.
it in the past,
I think-
but I felt bad about it.
I think a mug's better than a bowl.
Interesting, because of the handle.
Yeah, and I'm
Interesting.
talking about a mug. I'm not talking like some itty bitty coffee cup. I'm talking about a mug.
Well, if you like mugs, get ready for this transition because you know who had a mean mug? The guy who broke into Annabelle's house or apartment. That's who had a mean mug. I can tell you that. So let's jump into what we're doing, what we're here for tonight, because it's 9:00 here on the East Coast, and I know some people prefer us to just play and never talk about ourselves. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna jump in. You all ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
All right. So actually, no, I do have one last update. Ooh, sorry. Transition taken back. This weekend is a huge Warhammer 40K tournament for my gaming club. I'm wearing the, where is it? Battle for Salvation shirt again. I do this now, I think, every 6 months. We have a big tournament coming up. I'll be posting on social media, both my social media, Battle for Salvation social media. We're running the biggest team event in the Northeast to ever happen. It's the Battle for Salvation Team Championships. It is 8 players on a team. We're having people come all over the country. Dare I say all over the world. Some of the best Warhammer 40K players in history are going to be there. So tune in. We're going to be streaming it live on YouTube channel called War Games Live. Joe has streamed, not this Joe, different Joe, has streamed from our tournament before. We'll be posting all the information and stuff like that as the event nears this Saturday. But that's what I'm doing all weekend. So expect lots of posts and updates about Warhammer. So that's coming. Anyway, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's jump into Viral. Viral is going to be incredible tonight because last week we left on a cliffhanger. Last week we found out that, found a few things out. I think Zach, bought a coin from one of the local stores, a Curios store, and it was dated all the way back to the Roman Empire, celebrating a god, an ancient Greek god, actually. So it was an old coin for the Roman Empire. And then on top of it, the festival happened. So lots of ancient sort of traditions coming to play here. You met the priest. You met Father. What's his name? What's this guy's name here? Father.
It's not Bleegrum. That's
Angelo.
the only name I got in my head, though.
Not Father Bleegrum. No, it's not Keep on the Borderlands. Padre Angelo, as well as Mama Santi. Santina Maria Salvatore, the older woman of the town of Perla. She is I guess, what do we call her? The matron. She's like the matron of the town. You found out that she makes all these trinkets and little tokens that people use during the ceremony where they lit up the pyre in the center of town. You also talked to the priest, as I mentioned, and he prayed with all of you, and you made a mockery of his church, tried to steal stuff or wanted to steal stuff from him.
I offered to purchase his
That's right.
cross.
You didn't steal. You wanted to purchase the large cross in the church. He would not do so.
He was a jerk about it.
But
I
he
think it was
gave us
actually-
like 20 shawls.
Yes, because
holy water.
your body was not covered, right?
Wait, and do we still have holy water though? Or-
You got some holy water. Yeah, you bought some holy water, and he
Wait,
blessed you.
no, Zach doesn't have holy water anymore because he poured it on himself during
That's
the
true.
bonfire.
Yeah, they drank it or something.
Everybody else has holy water, but during the festival, the Purging of Morbus, which is it's a 2-part ceremony. The first part being the one where everybody gathers around. It's like a party, a festival. They burn a big pyre in the center of town, hoping to ward off the evil spirits, the evil plague, and then I think Zach took his shirt off at the request of some of the,
And then I
chat.
poured holy water on my body.
and he doused himself with holy water. So anyway, last thing you remember happening was right before the festival. There was a police officer who I think Annabelle was trying to. I don't even know what you're trying to do with him, but
Seduce?
seduce? No, I don't think so.
Hey, you got him to be
I
a
don't think
follower.
seduce, because she knows that she's too good for him. I think she was more trying to get out of potentially being arrested, because that's what she thought was happening by maybe flirting, but then later was like,
yeah.
oh, this dude's just trying to find some missing guy, whatever. I'll take your number. I'll call you if this guy shows up.
That's
And the guy
exactly
showed
what
up.
it was. Yeah, well, he said that there's an old man who's been walking around town.
Not bad looking, but we
The
did
cop
establish.
wasn't. No, he was fine. He was fine.
No,
not
he was better than
fine.
me. He was like somewhat attractive.
He was a normal human being. That's it. He was a
Annabelle, as we know, is perfect, so normal is not enough.
good. It's not. Yeah, he's a couple leagues too high there. But he said that there was a man with a wide-brimmed hat, an older man who was kind of senile, had been walking around town. He seemed very frightened. People are looking for him. His family's looking for him. And he kept saying the same thing. He kept shouting, or not shouting, excuse me, muttering the same thing to himself. And it was rather disturbing, actually, when he said it. I think you translated it, John, but ultimately it was, yeah, here it is. Lui sta arrivando, Dio ci protegga, which translated to, he is coming, Lord, protect us. And I totally butcher the Italian. I'm Italian, but I don't speak Italian, so forgive me.
You're
But
Italian
he's-
American.
I'm Italian American. He kept muttering this, and that's what the police officer said. If you see him, he might be scared. Let them know. He gave you the phone number, and everyone went to bed. And then as soon as everyone went to bed, the music was loud in Zach's room. Zach and Todd were partying. I guess you were involved in some sort of drug use. I don't know what you were doing. Maybe not. Maybe just a deep conversation. I don't know.
No, it
Um,
was just talking about cryptocurrency on cocaine, listening to Korn.
Gotcha. Todd
with,
is,
Tony, or Todd,
yeah.
sorry.
though I think Todd may have procured that for you, the drugs. He actually doesn't use it anymore. So he just hangs out with you when you use it.
Weirdly, okay.
Yeah.
He smokes weed. at the
He'll
very
do
least.
that. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's different. Yeah, he'll do that. But the hard stuff, he's
The hard-
he's actually he's trying to quit it altogether, but he struggles with it. And you've had long, deep conversations with Todd, like at length. He's elaborated on how much
you have to understand what the blockchain is.
Yeah.
And then he's been like, look at him.
Yeah, I mean, you've had deep conversations with him, lengthy, for hours, speaking for hours, where he's
Wait,
gone on monologues.
wait,
where
do we
he's-
have wait? Does the Spectral Crew have NFTs?
Definitely.
Zach had
Oh my god, we must.
We must.
Like, I imagine they're not, because like having an NFT monkey is what everyone did. These are like spectral monkeys.
But also the Spectral Crew is like somewhat behind the trend. Like
That's why we're really getting off of the
behind on
map.
the scam.
Like once
behind.
like that whatever his name is for FTX got arrested, that's when the Spectral Crew started on
They
NFTs.
kinda-
The Spectral
Yeah,
Crew's a
no,
little
no,
late
way too
to the game.
It's like, it's really good in the news right now. We should definitely make it, but didn't read the headlines.
We just
Yeah.
know
But-
it's trending.
They bought GameStop stock like after it was already.
You guys lost a lot of money in that.
Is there like a Spectral Crew cryptocurrency?
I don't know. That's up to you to decide.
Ectobucks.
Ectobucks.
Well, the
Nice
sad
Westeros
part is, I
reference.
think if we did that, we'd still make a ton of money because it hasn't seemed like the populace has learned their lesson yet. But
Hmm.
I think for the most
Well,
part,
that's John, not Tony, talking. So
No.
I'll
Does
cut that
Tony
out.
does Tony partake in the stock market? Is he a stocks guy?
Absolutely not.
Tony?
As
No.
I was trying to portray today, Tony is still writing emails, not texts.
Mhm.
No emojis. Very formal. Very old school.
Tony
Tony
paid.
owned-
Sorry,
Yeah.
Tony paid Paolo in the lobby to use the desktop computer with America
Exactly.
Online, so he can.
Yep. I signed in. I mean, it's perfectly accurate with the fact that I play a Sega Genesis more than I do an Xbox. Yeah. No, Tony is
second.
totally not into that at all. Tony owns gold. Tony is still, like very old school.
he's got a crucifix around
Yeah.
around his like hairy chest.
I really I have a hairy chest. I should have brought a crucifix. I have plenty for my confirmation. There's somewhere. But yeah,
Well-
Tony owns gold. Tony is totally expecting his
Tony
like
owns gold.
his like Don Mattingly baseball card to be his retirement. Like that's where Tony's at.
Okay.
He is the person that buys gold on those Fox News commercials.
Yes. Paid way over market value. But what does it matter? It's gonna go up in the future. So
That's right.
it doesn't really
Oh.
matter that I paid $3,000 for $1,000
Buy
Pound of
gold
gold.
now.
I tell you,
ounce, whatever the hell.
Tony is gold. He's that's why the fans love him. All right. So yeah, that's where we left off. The music was loud in your room, Zach. You and Todd didn't hear footsteps walking past your door. You didn't hear Annabelle's door being opened, and then eventually, Annabelle, you were startled in the night. The man entered your room. In fact, he looked like maybe he had been using the balcony, so the balcony was open. You shouted, and all you could hear him saying was, again in Italian, that he is coming. Lord, protect us. And that's where we're going to start. So we're here. Annabelle, what's going? Oh, and Tony did, like John mentioned in Discord. You could check out the links below. He did put a write-up. It was an email that he sent to his niece. Please do me a favor, John. We're going to switch over to our Roll20 screen. You're going to roll luck first before we do anything else. So you get an extra D6 of luck. Let's see how much you get.
Click the green button and then roll D6 on top of it.
No, you're just going to roll a D6
Okay,
because you already. This is just
that makes sense.
for free. Yeah, we're not doing a luck improvement roll.
All right,
Nice.
A 3. 50%.
So you add 3 to your luck. So what's your luck at now?
68.
68. Gotcha. All right. So that's where we're at. And then let's begin with you, Annabelle, and let's get this music going here. What are you doing?
She's just standing there screaming. Like she is seeing this man in front of her. He is breaking and entering into her hotel room. It's just like the shrillest shriek that
Yes.
you can imagine. It's echoing through the streets because the balcony's open.
Mhm.
It's echoing through the hotel. Dare I say it even interrupts and pierces through the music up in Zach's room, so maybe they hear it upstairs. Literally just standing there screaming.
All right. So what we're going to do here is we'll say everybody hears the scream. I mean, I think everybody in the hotel hears the scream. It's a small hotel. There's not a lot of rooms. Kind of like almost like it feels more like
run
an inn.
downstairs. I think I
Yeah.
ran downstairs even in the last episode, didn't I?
It's possible we were wrapping things up. I may not have heard it, but that's fine. So you wake up to the scream, and immediately
No, I was awake. I didn't sleep.
That's true. That's true. So then you know what? For you, why don't we do... I think you need something else because there was music in your room, right? Let's see if
Yeah,
you
but
need...
at some point, listen. At some point, maybe I turned it on.
Maybe, maybe not. So maybe what
Maybe
we'll do
not.
is listen check. Joey, give me a listen check. You need a regular success and you'll hear it automatically.
Okay, give me 1 second. Where is it? Listen check.
Listen.
Okay.
Yeah, over some nice loud rock music.
What you got?
61.
What is your? Oh, it's a fail. I see, because your listen is 25.
Yeah.
Yep. So 61, and let's see if Todd hears it as well.
How much luck is that to pass? Is that
So it's 1 for 1. So
You need like 40.
A lot. All of your luck.
you would need not 40, but 30, 34.
36?
No, 36. Yeah. So I don't know if it's worth it to you, but Todd just rolled and he failed 69 over 40. So Todd is also just entranced by the imagined dragons.
I'll spend the 36 luck.
You're gonna spend 36 luck right now?
Yeah.
Okay, mark it off. 36 luck. What does that bring you to?
Oh, okay, never mind. Actually, I think I'm good. I thought I had like something like 60 plus luck, but I have 57.
Okay, so it would bring you to teens if you did.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best.
Oh no, it bring me to 21.
Well, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, screw it.
All right, so you're dropping your luck to 21.
21, yeah.
Okay.
Don't we
now
recover it at the end of the adventure or something?
So the way it works with luck is that there are in theory, every session you play, you would be rolling a luck roll at the start to see if you improve it. However, it's only a D10 you improve it by. Second thing is, we're playing a one-shot that we're just breaking up into, longer because we're focused obviously more on the role play. We're doing the full introduction. This really could be done the intention of it was that maybe it would be done in up to 3 or 4 sessions. So we're not doing luck rolls improvements every time. We did one last time. There'll be a certain checkpoint where we do it again.
All right. Yeah, I do it. I spend it.
Okay. So you go and spend your luck down to 21. You do hear a faintest of noises. And by the way, since you use luck to improve the roll, you don't actually check that box off, because when we do have an improvement, like a level up equivalence, you won't improve listen because you use luck to gain it. Okay, so don't check the box off, leave the box blank, but you do
Sounds
succeed.
good.
All right. So Joey, Todd, and you hear this from your room. Todd is a little worried. He, without saying, without so many words.
Todd heard it? I thought Todd
No,
didn't hear it.
without so many words, he will say to you, "Are you sure you heard something?"
Oh, I got confused with Tony. I am on like a drug-fueled rampage.
Okay.
And my paranoia makes me just completely ignore him and just run downstairs anyway.
Okay. Todd just shakes his head, slaps his hands on his legs, and gets up from the chair and slowly walks to the door.
I run down, and I guess is Annabelle's door closed?
Well, it's going to take you a little bit to get there. Definitely not one round. So you rush out your door, you find the stairs, and you start to head down. You're on the top floor. You're the only residence on the top floor. So you're heading down to the second floor, which is where your rooms are, Tony and Margaret. Tony and Margaret, you hear the scream because you were both probably fast asleep at this point. It's like 3 a.m. What are you doing?
So we hear it for sure.
For sure.
Jumping out of bed, grabbing whatever improvised weapon I have figured out.
I believe you said that you took a knife, correct?
Yeah, you're right. I did get a knife from the last session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I also though have like a chair leg or something that I've figured out at this point. Yeah, and I'm heading upstairs. Let's go.
I'm just like, Tony, get there, and I'm like grabbing a camera in case I need to like get evidence of anything.
Before Estelle can say anything, Tony is 3 steps at a time bounding up those stairs.
You're actually on the same floor as her. It's Joey who's above, or sorry, it's Zach who's above, but you're all on the same floor.
I thought Annabelle was also above. Okay.
Yeah. So you rush to her room. Estelle, Margaret will be a little lagging behind because you went.
We sort of all get there at the same time.
Sort of. I would say Tony and Zach maybe get there just about at the same time, but Margaret, you're going to be a little further behind because you went to grab for your camera. So.
No.
All right. So the door opens, and Annabelle, you see your friends come in. I mean, this man has just basically been slowly stepping closer to you. You've backed yourself into a corner now. He's standing and hovering over you, like behind the bed from opposite the door. So what do you do?
She's probably literally like backed into a corner, like she's got her hands up, and she just like is like, "Help me!" Like highest pitched voice that you've ever heard. Like she's not even like audibly really speaking. You just see her mouth go like.
So this may or may not feel like combat, but we're just gonna go by initiative order here. Joey, what's your dexterity?
I think my dexterity is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and John, you could tell me yours. Margaret, yours. Annabelle, yours.
70.
Mine's also 70.
Okay.
50.
Who's 50?
50.
50. 70, 70, 50, 50. Whose combat score is higher? Yours, John, or Joey's? What's your combat, your brawl?
This combat score?
Yes.
Wait, what?
It's a skill. It's called brawl.
It's under
brawl.
fighting.
Oh, okay.
I have a 90.
Whoa.
Man,
Look at
he's
you.
ready.
Sorry, it's a character.
Fair enough. You maxed it out.
I did
Like-
max it out.
Okay, so
No,
brawl.
mine's at 40.
Yeah, so you improved it a little bit because I think it starts at like 25.
It does. 25 is the base.
Tony, you act first in this scenario. You and Zach both barge into the room. You see the man hovering over Annabelle opposite corner of the room. There's a bed interposed to you, and straight ahead is the open balcony door. What do you do?
Do I see like a weapon or anything in his hand immediately?
He has nothing in his hand. The only thing he has in his hands would be his wide-brimmed hat that he's been holding.
And how far back is Estelle?
Margaret's still running. She's like just getting out of your family room, which is on the opposite end of the hall. So she's like, I'm coming.
So I feel like Tony would try to say something to him before he tackled him, knowing that Margaret's not there to videotape yet. Because
Okay.
Tony definitely wants to, you know,
It's part of the compilation of Tony like attacking people.
it's part of the situation. Like
It's like blooper reel.
you know, like maybe like,
As you're asking a question, Zach tackles this guy.
So what's
Which
your
is
question?
also its own compilation.
What's your question,
Because
Tony?
he is already just like he's hyped up on amphetamine.
Yeah. What's your
I
question,
bet
though,
our
Tony?
fans,
well,
I bet
I
our
think
fans make gifs of like Tony tackling people and also Zach tackling people.
I think Zach is very, very much going to make sure. I'm sorry, Tony is going to make sure very much that Zach does not get near this guy, because his number one job is to not let Zach get in trouble.
That's
right?
true.
So if Zach tackles him, this guy stabs Zach, Tony failed.
True.
So like if Zach's going to go for the tackle, then Tony's first job is to stop Zach. But what Tony's going to say is like, you know, sir, stop what you're doing and turn around before I stop you.
Gotcha. And so for you, that would
command.
be. It looks like you're trying to intimidate him. So give me an intimidation roll.
Wait,
You'll
can I
need a
assist?
regular. You'll need a
Is there-
regular
are there
success
assists?
here.
I'm not persuading him. I guess I'm intimidating him.
You're definitely intimidating him.
Yeah, that's
Knife out and everything.
Wait, what's your intimidation? Because mine's 55.
mine's much lower than yours.
Well, make it either way.
I went for the persuade is what I made this character be a little bit.
All right.
I failed. We both failed.
Oh boy.
No intimidation.
This guy's he's spooky. He's spooky. He's intimidating us.
Oh God, the comments are wonderful.
You have a weapon brandished, correct?
I do.
So it says backing up intimidation with a weapon or some other powerful threat or incentive may reduce the difficulty level. When pushing an intimidation roll, one possible consequence of failure is carrying out one's threats beyond the level of which was intended. Intimidate can be used to force down the price of an item. If it's successful, the seller. That's not important about that. You can push here, though, that you failed because it's already at the regular difficulty that you need. So would you like to push it? Push your luck here?
Does that maybe get another roll? Is that how that works?
Pushing your luck means that, or sorry, I shouldn't say pushing your luck. Pushing your roll means you get to straight up re-roll what you just did, but if you fail, there's a negative consequence, as if you fumbled, like a critical failure.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want to push it.
Yeah, when you say pushing your luck, you're reminding me of other D20 games.
Can I push my luck?
So, well, first off, right now it's Tony's turn.
No, I think at this point Tony would just tackle him next.
Well, make your push your luck roll, and that would be what your failure would be. Make you do. You would follow through with a tackle.
With the brawl roll? Okay.
Go ahead. Give me another roll here.
Another intimidate
roll. Yeah, pushing your roll here.
This is tough, everyone. I need a 15 on this one.
Wait, you need to. Why would what?
Well, the failure now is that intimidation's not working, and you're gonna have to come to blows now. So you start to rush in, and you go to like tackle him. Of course, we can't do this on this turn. It'll be next turn when you attempt to actually brawl and fight with him. So we'll do. So you spend your immediate action to intimidate him. You try to talk him down, intimidate him, and then you rush in. The man turns to meet you, and you can see he's got like a crazed look in his eye, fearful, actually, as you're rushing towards him. Joey, I know that you also made an intimidation roll, so you failed. So you see Tony rush into action, and, it's his years of cop training. He got the jump before you, but it is now your turn. So you tried to intimidate. What did you say?
I said things that cannot be said on this YouTube channel.
Okay.
Do you know
enough.
who I am?
You curse him out.
Obscenities. It's really, really rude stuff. That like I don't want to say.
Fair enough. You curse him out, and you
Did
rolled.
Zach,
You failed.
Did Zach buy an Italian English dictionary and just learn Italian curse words before coming in?
Italian curse words.
He might have already known the curse words. So, do you want to push your luck, Joey, and try to intimidate him to stand down, or
it isn't working anymore? Does that mean for him or for me too?
I didn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
Well, you said the consequence was intimidation doesn't work anymore.
So yes, but if you fail, it doesn't work, right? Pushing your roll means that you attempt it again, but if a failure results in a narrative failure.
I'll attempt again.
Okay, go for it.
I'll push it. Yeah, 55. Come on, it's a coin toss. Oh boy,
That's another failure. So you spend your turn rushing in along with Tony. If he's going to get in there, you're going to be right by his side. All right, so both of you attempt to rush at the guy. He turns to face both of you, fear in his eyes. We go to Margaret. I assume you're going to spend your turn trying to get to the group?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the doorway and just film and just be like, "You're being filmed right now. You drop now, right? We're getting evidence of this break-in.
Right,
We're gonna call the cops."
You go in full on Karen mode.
Yeah, Paul and Karen.
Karen, as some would say. So you get in there, you start filming with your phone, and you're getting this whole scene. You can see the moonlight.
Citizen arrest.
Yes, citizen arrest. You got moonlight coming in through the balcony. You've got Annabelle crying in the corner. She's huddled down in a mass. The guy turns around. He's about to be bum rushed by these two men. We go to Annabelle. It is your turn.
As soon as the guy turned away, she's gonna slide, kind of like she's leaning up against the wall. She's gonna slide down against the wall, and then if she can reach her phone, she's gonna grab her phone and also start filming.
None of us are calling the police.
Are you going live?
She's not going live, but actually she could. She could do one of those "Hey guys, I'm really scared."
Yeah.
I don't think she would though. I don't think she wants to be seen in this disheveled state. Her fans wouldn't love that.
All right, so you go into.
Is she wearing one of those masks overnight or whatever?
Yeah. She's wearing an overnight mask. Her hair is not looking great right now. All the things she needs to do to stay beautiful during the day, that gets done at night. So
her routine.
Yeah. Exactly. Her 20-step skincare routine. So yeah, she's gonna grab her phone. Actually, is grabbing the phone the action, or can I do something with the phone?
You could do something with it. Your phone's probably right on your nightstand. Go ahead.
Okay, if I wanted to call the police, did he give me his phone on a slip of paper, or
It was old school. He gave you a piece of paper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I would have kept it. Can I roll to like?
Give me a luck roll, and if you succeed, you plugged it into your phone already.
Okay. Is that just like the green luck die?
Yep,
again?
it's like rolling a normal skill, but it's luck.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Hard success.
Hard success. Nice. So you luckily you had plugged your number in. You already put him into your phone. And
Okay.
what did you list it as? You know, people list the people in their phone as whatever name. What did you put in there?
I put Italian cop.
Italian cop.
Yeah, that's it.
Officer Dante. Remember?
Yeah, she's not gonna remember that.
Okay.
Italian cop.
But she's gonna call him and just turn on speakerphone
But
so
he
he can
has
hear
a-
what's going on.
He has a burning inferno inside of him for Annabelle. How do you not remember him?
Oh God, she's not gonna notice or care. He can try.
I don't think he does care. He's not like that. So.
Well, it was a literature joke, but
Oh
okay.
yes, Dante. I know. I know
And Dasha got the literature joke.
I
Annabelle
got the literature joke.
is not that level of, yeah. But she's calling him. She's not saying anything. She just puts it on speakerphone so he can hear what's going on in the room.
And you just hear, on the other end, the cop answers the phone, and he's like, hello, in Italian. He's like, hello, hello, who's this? And of course, he's going on, and you hear him shouting to other police officers in the back.
Uh-huh.
We go to,
and I'm busy yelling like, Policia, citizen arrest.
yes, citizen's arrest. We go to top of the order here. So the old man doesn't do a thing. And he turns to see you two, and he will grab, let's see, John, what's your fighting brawl? Give me a...
Yeah, let's do it. You want to
do
roll?
it. Yeah, give me a roll here. Oh, wow. I got a critical success? No, I didn't get a critical success. I don't think so.
Well, I got a 53 over 90.
I almost got a critical success. But I beat you. So he's doing a maneuver. He's trying to grapple with you to grab you. And he does. He grabs you. He beats you because the way it works is whoever has the higher level of success wins. So, for instance, you got a regular success and he got a hard success. So he beats you. So he's going to grab you and he's holding on to you. He doesn't hurt you at all. But he grabs onto your collar and he just keeps shouting again, "He is coming. Lord, protect us."
I mean, Joey, I like that idea because it would only take a little bit, but I would just match him.
Just like who wins?
Oh, you are not allowed to spend luck on combat.
Oh, there you go.
Only on skills.
So, I mean, I think it makes sense for Tony because Tony is focused on making sure that Zach didn't get hurt and everything else was going on. But when he speaks to me and not like attack me back, just grapples me and is strong, so I'd like to speak to him as well.
Go ahead.
And I'd like to say, who is coming? But let's stop him.
And give me a persuasion check here.
Yeah, this is what I made my character for.
And yet you failed.
I failed, but I'm using luck for. That's really close. That's a 71 over 66.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the 5 luck. Do I need to spend 6 luck?
6 luck, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you spend your 6
to make
luck,
that
and you
pass.
see like what you said to him. Like, who is it? The first time somebody's not reacted the way probably Annabelle has reacted, and like leveled with him, like got to his level, spoke to him, asked him a question. He breaks out of it a little bit, and he says, "The devil is coming."
And I say, El Diablo?
El Diablo. Which, of course, is
When?
Italian for fighting chicken. We all know that.
When? Where? Like Tony kind of like
Is it my turn?
falls back on himself a little bit and gets a little like.
Do you both like you sit down on the bed?
Well, I don't know that I would do that because he's still like if he'll come with me, I won't leave him over Annabelle. But like, remember Tony's spooked, like
Yeah,
a lot
sure.
spooked. So like he kind of is actually taking this guy a little serious.
Okay. So you stay there with him, and you seem to have calmed him down. He's not shouting anymore. We go to Zach.
I attack him.
Go for it.
Well, I stop you.
No, you can't. You're
You can try. You can try to stop him, but go ahead, Zach. Give me an attack, and he's gonna try to dodge.
I try to choke him out. I try to.
Well, you gotta. So if you're gonna try to grab him, you have to make a brawl check, and I'm gonna try to dodge out of the way.
Okay. Here we go. What did I get? Did I get a 17?
You
got an
rolled
extreme
really
success.
I
Yeah.
got an extreme
rolled-
success.
really well.
7. So Joey, just so you can read it, because some people listen and you can call out your numbers. It'll be the number you rolled, which is 7. You see that?
Yeah.
And then the normal success is 40. The hard success is 20. The extreme is 8. So you can say I got an extreme success, 7 over 40, or 7 over 40, your normal number. So
Okay.
you succeed. He rolled, and I think he actually failed. But either way, that success was so good. You grab him
I just
and
jumped on his back, and I'm just like trying to choke him out.
yeah, so he'll fall over onto the bed. So you're like basically like straddling him, and your two hands are on his throat. He lets go of you, John.
I'm on his back. I went up behind him.
Sure, so you're in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got him in a chokehold. You've fallen back to the bed. He's now
He's
laying
on
down
top
on
of me.
top of you. He's struggling, but he can't get out of the way. John, I think you say you probably show that he's okay in some way.
Yeah, I'm trying to convey that. Like, relax. Like, he's literally in the. Like, cool. That was great 5 seconds ago. He's not attacking anyone right now. Let the cameras roll. Like,
I
isn't
don't
this
like
your
it.
job?
I don't let go.
That's fine.
I'm like,
So
no.
Then I'll pull him off.
Annabelle, sorry, Margaret, you're up next. You're getting this all on film.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to figure out what the hell Tony's trying to do right now.
Tony's trying to get the guy and Zach apart.
Okay.
Making content right now. Isn't this what you guys know how to do?
I mean, I also have to help protect the talent too.
So that's my job.
I mean, I have to tell him to do things, and hopefully he listens. I'm like, Zach, Annabelle, how about you come out of the room here?
No, I'm still cooking.
You see Todd come over, by the way, Margaret, by the door where you're at.
Can you get Zach out, Todd?
Todd will roll up his sleeves.
I
head on
will
in
resist.
Joey, the guy will pass out probably by the next turn. So Todd will come in there and he'll tap you on the arm, and he'll point to his own head, and he goes, and he looks at the man. The man's asleep.
I'm like, I don't want to sleep right now, Todd. This isn't the time. I continue to joke about.
Annabelle, what's up with you?
She's holding the phone still so that the cops can hear what's going on, and she's just gonna like start yelling the name of the hotel so they can come, which I think is Tremato del Hotel.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
She's just yelling at like the worst possible American accent, like Tremato del Hotel, Tremato del Hotel.
And as very quickly, once this wraps up here, you're going to hear sirens as now it seems like other people in the hotel may have already made the phone call. So, you're definitely, you made contact here. The police know.
Okay.
All
When
right.
she hears the sirens, she'll like slump back and like drop her phone and just like start like trying to like take deep breaths and calm down.
So the crew here succeeds. The man is neutralized. Eventually, Zach, after ensuring that he is completely stone cold out, you release your grip on him.
Someone pulls me off of it.
Sure, Tony will pull you off. Yeah. The man is sleeping. He's unconscious. You choked him out. He's still breathing though. What do you do?
I try and kick him.
Like to hurt him or to wake him up?
Like to hurt him.
You can hit him. Roll. You don't need to roll for this. What's your brawl damage?
It's still his turn?
No, we're out of combat here.
I was like, Tony's not going to let him do this. Tony's going to tell him to get out of here so he stays safe. Because that's the number one deal. Also, Tony realizes that he's coked out of his mind right now.
Probably.
Is there a food like Zach like craves whenever he's like high or anything that Margaret might carry?
Chicken tenders.
No.
There are Chick-fil-A chicken tenders in the lobby for you right now with all the Chick-fil-A sauce. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
I hear there's a ranch pizza around the corner. Let's go.
I'm gonna fight this guy. Nothing's gonna keep me away from him.
So
Zach, I appreciate the passion you have in protecting your fellow castmate Annabelle here. We do need to
No, sorry.
Annabelle will walk up to Zach, and she's like still really shaky, but she'll like put a hand on like his arm and be like, Zach, remember what we say to violence? We say no to violence, Zach. Come over here with me. Let's meditate, okay? We both need to calm down. She'll try to gently lead you away.
Yeah, Annabelle, can you try to get him upstairs?
Yes.
Maybe turn off the sounds that are coming from down there.
yeah, actually, the music is still blasting. I'm sure from your room. Todd will go shut that off.
All right, I go Todd and Annabelle.
So,
Okay.
in very very short time, the police arrive. In fact, what we're gonna do is it's like dawn now. The sun is rising. Everybody's standing outside. There's all the hotel people have, seen what's happened. They're either onlookers. There's people from the town that have poked their heads out of their homes, or shopkeepers are looking out that are opening up for the morning rush, and they're looking at what's going on. There's a scene here. The police are bringing the man out of the hotel and then bringing him into the cop car and putting him inside. Officer Dante is talking with Annabelle and the rest of the spectral crew inside, just outside of the lobby, as the man is kind of ushered away. I guess it would actually be in an ambulance, probably, because he did get hurt and there was conflict. So an ambulance is taking him away, and the police officers are escorting him. So Officer Dante, again, this rather normal looking man. Nothing special about him whatsoever. Very average.
So specific.
He's the most average police officer you've ever seen. Actually, no. I think I said he was good looking. Didn't I say he was good looking?
Yeah, he was hitting on Annabelle. He's very good looking.
I don't think he was doing that, but he was certainly.
I don't think you're hitting on her.
No. I imagine he's probably got a wedding ring on. So. Yeah, Officer Dante's. He's a committed man.
Hitting on Zach? I think he was hitting on somebody.
No, I don't think so. I think it was the other way around with Annabelle.
Zach was hitting on him, but
So he says in like broken English, tell me again what happened.
Okay, so like I was just in bed and I had done my skincare routine. I had done all my steps that I do before bed every night.
What were you wearing? No, just kidding.
right.
Well, great of me to ask. This top is from Coach, and then these shorts are from.
He's
Louis
not
Vuitton.
interested. He's like scribbling off notes. No.
New villain. The police officer is the new villain. What are you wearing?
Annabelle lists off the brand of every single item she was wearing and every single step in her makeup routine.
He's like,
skincare routine.
Go on.
So after that long list, she'll say, well, I went to bed, and after I woke up in the middle of the night, I felt there was like a breeze, and I was like, wow, this is weird. I definitely did not leave anything open. I know I locked my door at night. or I thought I'd locked it, and I went to close the balcony doors because they were seemingly open, and then I turned around, and then this man was standing there just like saying something at me over and over again, and he seemed like he was completely crazy. And then he kept cornering me, and I was just scared. Like I thought I was gonna die.
The man's name is Giuseppe, and he's a local. He's a local. His family was concerned about him. He's been missing for a few days. And, you know, he kind of tries to explain, again, the English kind of is a little bit of a barrier here, but he'll do his best to speak to you all in English. And he basically says that, you know, sometimes the old folks in town, they do go wandering, but usually they show up. But what was strange was anytime somebody saw him, he was very fearful and kept running away from them. So rather than like most where they can just be belligerent or just kind of like, you know, wandering, and then eventually when you find them, they're okay, he was running away every chance he got. And strange that he then came up to your room and broke in.
How did he get up to my balcony?
It looks like he went in through the main doors, and while everybody was sleeping, just went up to your room. It looks like he might have went out to the balcony to get some fresh air, and that's when he was spotted.
Annabelle will like shudder and like take a shot of the last of the kombucha she brought with her. She's like needing this to like.
I don't think he would have hurt you. He had no weapons, and I don't think his intention was to harm, but I do apologize for the fright that he gave you.
As a woman, being cornered by a man while I'm trying to sleep is a frightening experience. So whether or not the intent was there, I was scared.
Well, of course, if you'd like to press charges, it's your right to do so. But I do have a few more questions for you. Are you you're all here for some documentary, I hear?
Annabelle will look to Margaret because she's not sure what she's allowed to say.
Yes, we were doing a documentary on the festival here. So we've been getting lots of film here, and we've talked to some historians before coming here, and it's just fascinating here. Really, we've been interviewing a few locals. It's been great.
I believe it would be best if you kept this out of your documentary.
Oh, of course. We don't want any sort of bad press, especially not around here.
Wait, no, this is gold. We should totally. I mean, okay.
Zach, Margaret is speaking now. It's okay.
Your friend is a bit jittery. Has he had any
Shut up.
thing to eat?
He's sleep deprived. He's been absolutely worried, sick about Annabelle. He's just having trouble sleeping. Since this whole thing happened. A good few hours of sleep, a nice nap, some espresso later. He'll be great.
I don't need to sleep. I'm fine.
Are we not live streaming this situation right now?
No, you're not. The police officer certainly wouldn't have wanted that. He says, I just encourage you not to. And he puts his like notepad and everything away. This is off the record, he says. Again, I'm not going to do broken English here, but he's speaking to you in a bit of broken English. And he says, it can be difficult for small towns who rely on a reputation.
Tourism.
Exactly. It would be... We have very good safety protocols, and I don't believe that this is...
What are you going to give us?
I mean, my worker here, Annabelle. I mean, she was put in a very vulnerable position here in your town.
Yeah. What are you gonna give us?
I'm sure your hospitality is very generous here.
Remember our main goal.
It wasn't for us. So
I can overlook some things, he says, for you, but again, I urge you not to include this in the documentary.
Of course not. We would never want to include this.
And now you're threatening us. Like this is typical.
Zach, take deep breaths, okay? In and out.
Joey,
Deep breaths.
you know what? I got a perfect idea here. Joey, give me a luck roll.
Good on.
Now that you spent all that luck, give me a luck roll.
He's gonna get arrested for intimidating a police officer.
Oh my god.
And Tony's
Tony's
gonna love
okay.
watching him get arrested.
That's
Your
a
luck is-
safe place for him to be.
Your luck's 21.
Fail.
That's a fail. What is it, Joe? 50,
56.
56 over 21. So he says, some of my officers saw some things in your room. Paraphernalia that would not be allowed
Mhm.
in Italy.
I have to ask what you were doing in Zach's room when the crime scene was
These
Annabelle's
are
room.
Italian laws, Margaret. They don't care about
There's, I mean,
amendments.
they don't
Whatever.
care about that in any country.
And
We were
I
let
will
in-
walk away
Paolo
angrily.
let us into all of the rooms to ensure there was no other missing people
I see. I'll
or any
remember that from
assailants. And we saw some
Constitution.
things.
I'm so
Smonstitution.
I'm so glad you take safety here very seriously, and
Well-
I'll be sure to make a note how amazing the police force here is in the documentary.
Again, we can overlook many of these things. So long as
I feel the same way.
good, then we're on the same wavelength. And he'll like I said, he put away his pad already, so he doesn't have anything else to write. He says, "I wish you all a good night, buonanotte, and enjoy your stay here in Perla.
Buona noche.
Buenos noches." He leaves, and he says, "You have my number," to Annabelle.
Can I
Call
call
if-
you if we need help again?
Call if you need help.
Okay. Thank you. Grazie.
Grazie.
I sincerely apologize to any Italians out there watching. I can't
Buongiorno.
speak not like this,
Here.
but the character.
Let's be perfectly honest. Dasha speaks like 8 languages. All right, like this is not that she's playing a character.
It hurts me to do this, but I have to.
It's
Buongiorno.
perfect.
Yeah, everything we do here is, for the service of the story. These are not the feelings of the cast members. Just like how Brad Pitt doesn't speak much Italian, I'm sure. But he tried his best in Inglourious Bastards.
That's exactly the Italian I'm envisioning you're all
Buongiorno.
embodying.
All right, so here we are, back together. It's the next day. Whatever restful sleep you were able to get, you managed a few hours. For some of you, maybe not at all, but you'll go back to bed and you'll kind of all amass late morning back in the lobby. You are leaving for the island tonight. The ship.
Yeah. Yes, we have to be at the docks at 6 p.m. We depart at 6:30, and we have to make sure we get the pickup at. And I say this to everybody: 4:30 a.m. But
Earlier
even though
than
my
normal,
note says it's 5:30 a.m.
Is that this morning
No,
or the next day? We have one more day.
we're departing at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not going to bed that night. I have other things to do.
You sent
Mr.
an
DM.
email. Yeah.
No, I was going to follow the police officers downstairs.
Follow
While
them
everyone else
where?
Well, they were heading downstairs. They took away the ambulance. Already took away. I wanted to talk to the police officer without everyone else there.
Oh, okay. So as he leaves, you kind of chase him down.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So everybody else, this is before you go back and have your few hours left till morning.
Can I try eavesdropping on this?
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Angry, my drugs are gone, and I go to sleep.
Annabelle forces you to do a meditation to relax.
Nobody took your drugs. I mean,
I meditate.
I'm certainly not an expert, but I'm pretty sure you're still very high as you go to bed. I don't know what you're talking about.
They found my substances.
They didn't say they took it away.
They found it though.
They said they ignored it. Well, whatever. It does sound like something Zach would be upset about. So
I'm just trying to think, would Margaret have taken
I
this
do-
as an opportunity to steal the drugs or not?
I rub some oil on my temples.
Exactly.
So yeah, Tony very much wants to go talk with the officer, and just kind of ask like, what's gonna happen to this man? What is their name?
He said Giuseppe was the man's name.
Yeah,
and
Giuseppe.
Probably
Giuseppe.
nothing. He says, he is an old man. He's lost his mind a bit, and his family's just happy that he's not dead somewhere.
I'm gonna just agree with the officer. Like I understand Giuseppe was not being dangerous here. Oh, sorry, I forgot Tony's voice. All right, let me
Hey,
kick it up a notch. Hey, all right. Yeah, Giuseppe was not he was not being a bad guy here. He definitely he was just trying to talk to us, and these people freaked out. He was being a standout guy. I think he was a little confused how he got there. Like I'd actually like to talk to him. It sounded like he knew me from a different life or something. I'm lying now.
Mhm.
Like he knew me or something. Like I don't know. Maybe he knows my grandma or something. I promise he was not being a bad guy. They just got scared. He seemed like you said a lost old man. I'll testify to help him out. He's a good guy. But
as long as you don't press charges, I don't believe that he will be in any trouble.
well, I'm not in control of these people, but I definitely want to give you my information, and I'd love to talk to Giuseppe one more time. I mean,
I can pass along any information to the
scared.
family. Right now, he's going to be taken to the hospital for testing, make sure he's okay, and eventually be released when the doctors clear him. I will give your number to the family, and if there's any confusion or any issue, they will call you.
I mean, where does he live? Does he live right here in town?
He does live in town, he says, but I do not believe it's best to give out private information.
I mean, I got this weird feeling like that maybe, I'm related to him or something. I kind of want to go meet. I just want to go meet his family. Can I not go over there and just tell them like he's okay? I promise. Whatever you hear in the news, I promise he was a good guy. He's not a bad man. Like it was a misunderstanding.
Well, as I said, he won't be here, and his family won't probably be home. They'll be at the hospital, but I don't think it would be best to have, after what just happened, could escalate things. I wouldn't want them to worry. You're a stranger from America. You understand.
Can I switch to my version of whatever? I speak Italian, not great. in
Yeah, you
this
speak
game.
Italian. Yeah. You have 30% or something, right?
Where's language? I know this is alphabetical, but it's hard every time.
Well, I
Yeah,
think it's... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, 25.
25. Yeah, you speak like passable Italian. People could tell
I'd
you
like-
don't. It's not your native language.
I'd like to say, like, I'm not here to make any trouble. I really just want to make sure the situation is better, and
Mhm.
I feel personally responsible to make sure his family understands he's okay.
Sure, you can give me a persuade check. You would need a hard success on this one.
All right. Wish us luck. Well,
And you
now
got it. Look at
that's
that,
a hard
and you got it.
success. 32 over 33 with no luck needed.
And you got it. Yeah, he'll give you. I guess he'll tell you, generally speaking, where the family lives. I don't know if he knows the exact address, but he can get you that. So he'll tell you like they live over by whatever the fountain in town. But he'll say, like, again, if you really want to discuss something with them, it'd be best to go to the hospital.
All right. And I guess yeah, I
He
don't
would
know,
allow
maybe
you
I'm
to go. I mean, he said you can go.
Yeah, I'm not going to push my luck, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll thank him and I'll go back upstairs for the night.
Okay. And Estelle, give me a stealth check. You would need a regular success to overhear this because I mean,
Oh boy.
this wasn't
Stealth?
necessarily a private conversation from the police officer's perspective.
Not listen at all, just stealth.
Well, I think you'd have to go unnoticed, right? You want to be able to hear without being noticed,
Okay, okay.
right?
All right, let's see if I succeed. Oh,
A hard
I-
success, right?
yeah, that's a success.
A regular success, yeah. So
Yeah.
you go over and you hide like near the bushes by the entrance to the hotel, and you can overhear the conversation. You mostly hear the police officers' responses, but you gather Tony's doing some snooping.
I want to snoop on the snooping now.
So what do you want to do?
Is Tony like going straight to like where is Tony going?
He says he's now, once the conversation's over, he's heading back to the hotel.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on Tony and see if he goes out at any point.
Gotcha. So Tony, you walk back in. You see the rest of the crew has already gone back in. Everybody's gone. Margaret's the only person who's still out there, but you don't see her. All right, Margaret, you head back in.
Yeah, I wait until a good chunk of like an appropriate amount of time where it doesn't look like I was doing anything, and I come back in.
Okay, perfect. So group, you'll regroup in the hotel, and after a couple hours goes by, you get ready for the day. You shower, do whatever you need to do to get ready, whatever Annabelle's routine is in the morning. And John, if you want to head out without the crew, I would just say you don't attempt to meet up with them. You can head out to the hospital. You would need to get a car or a taxi or something to drive you out there because the hospital is not located in the town. It'll be like the next city over. So it'd be probably like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, I wonder if I could take oh god, I can't remember the name of the camera guy.
Todd?
Todd.
Todd. I feel like he'd be up early enough in the morning.
Todd's always up, yeah.
And I feel like you said Todd and I had some kind of relationship.
I mean, as much as anybody else in the crew. I mean, you and him are usually behind the scenes people, so Todd will be in the main lobby sipping on coffee and
Perfect. So I'm gonna tell Todd like, hey, I'm going out. I'll be back in a couple hours. If they ask where I am, I'm doing security stuff, and I'll leave him in the lobby, and then just so they know I'm gone, but I don't want them to know where I'm going.
he points at you, points at him. He motions to himself like, you want me to go?
I guess I'll tell him the truth at this point. I don't have any reason to lie to him. I'm going to the hospital to talk to that guy. I really want to know more about him. I mean, do you think we should tape this? This seems, I don't know.
Todd's eyes go wide, and he's like...
You got to tape the pretty people. You don't got to tape me.
He's speechless.
I've never heard him talk a day in his life, so...
He's like... puts his hands up, shrugged his shoulders.
And then I just say, sono affamato, when I walk out.
He'll start to follow you. I don't know. He doesn't know what that means. He doesn't speak Italian.
No, nobody knows what that means. I'm famished.
Oh, gotcha. So he'll follow you, thinking that you've told him to come with him.
All right, why not? I like the idea that we both disappear. Let's see how all of our really redeeming characters deal with themselves.
I'm sleeping in.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not even awake until at least 3.
Okay. Oh, till 3. Okay, so here's what happens. John and Todd, Tony and Todd get into a taxi, and you're headed out to the nearby hospital. Yeah. Perla General. I don't know what it would be called, but actually, John, that's your job. Find out the name of this hospital. Okay.
All right. I want to make sure he's not bringing a camera though. Like if he is, it's like a hidden camera.
He's got a cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Dasha and Estelle, your characters wake up probably closer to like late morning, and finally come downstairs into the lobby. Zach's out cold. You knocked on his door a few times, but he's sleeping.
All right. I'd probably take the opportunity while Zach is sleeping to actually do a bit of editing on the video, so we have an intro video halfway ready
Mhm.
for that night. Also, got to get the B-roll footage on the island itself, but she's like putting in like the space for it on.
Yeah, I
Premiere
think
or
you've got a
whatever.
lot of good shots so far. So you're starting to work on that. Perfect.
Yeah.
What about Annabelle?
I am so tired. I really need an oat milk latte.
Do you want to go out and get one? Try and get one?
I think I'm gonna go to the cafe next door or down the street and try to get one. What do you think Zach would want if I was to get him coffee? What would make him the least angry if I got him coffee? Like a hot chocolate, probably.
Vanilla ice latte.
Vanilla ice latte, okay.
Is Zach the type to like be like, oh, I totally love like bitter black coffees, like several shots of espresso, but in actuality, it's always just like a vanilla latte with like lots of sugar in it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were to give Zach a test, he would mark like yes, a rich dark roast.
But in reality,
it's
a Starbucks Frappuccino all the way.
All right, so we got a little bit of a split group here. So John, you're going to the hospital. Dasha, you're going to get coffee, and Joey's sleeping.
You hear like just like a zombified Zach just like at like 12 o'clock or something.
What is he saying?
Just, hi.
Kanye? What does he say?
Coffee.
Coffee.
No.
Got it.
Zach idolizes Kanye West.
That's way too much.
Are you sure he's not a bigger fan of R. Kelly? I feel like he's an R. Kelly.
No.
No? Are we sure?
Joey, can we just get a clip of you saying, I love and idolize Kanye? Come on.
No, I personally, Joey does not idolize Kanye West.
No, I meant Zach. I meant Zach. Excuse me. Zach.
Joey was one of the original Kanye West haters.
Oh, were you?
You keep saying Joey. We mean Zach.
We mean Zach.
Zach loves Chris Brown. Zach loves O.J. Simpson. Zach loves P. Diddy. Zach's favorite producer is Dan Schneider.
Oh God. Well, at least it's not the other one. Who is the?
God.
Oh, that's good.
Jesus.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a quick little rundown. I got a couple little things for each of you. We'll make this quick, and then we'll get the group back together. We're gonna start with, I guess, because we're still at the hotel, it's gonna take John a little bit, or Tony a little bit of time. We'll start with you, Dasha. So Annabelle goes out into the open air. It's a beautiful day. I mean, the sun is shining. The sea air smells, the quintessential Italian coastal town. It's perfect. I mean, if this wasn't a harrowing event last night, you'd be pretty happy with everything right now. You go towards the grocers and the cafe, and you notice that there's a bunch of kids. Looks like they're heading into what looks like maybe some sort of a convenience store. There's a bunch of kids, like maybe like 7 or 8, like teenagers, maybe like 16, 17 years old. And you get into the cafe. You kind of go closer towards the cafe, and you notice there's a lemons being sold. It looks like there's a local grocer selling lemons. And you're watching these kids. Give me a spot hidden check.
Okay. Here we go.
What'd you get?
I got a 37 over 25.
37 over 25. So a failure, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, how much luck do you have?
I have 62 luck.
I think 12 is not the worst.
That's true. Sure. Why not?
Okay, so you're watching these kids. Yeah, you're watching these teenagers here. And you notice that it looks like there's an older teenager comes out of the convenience store, and in his bag you can tell there's alcohol in it, beer, liquor, and he's giving it to some of the probably underage kids. They look like they're all paying him some money. as they do this like around the corner out of sight of the convenience store.
Trying to think if Annabelle would have been engaged in similar activities when she was a teenager, getting people to buy her booze for her, and would she snitch on these kids?
Nah, she wouldn't snitch.
I mean, it is Italy. There's not really a legal law.
Yeah, that's it. I think she would. I think she would know that like drinking culture in Europe is different.
As long as it's not vodka, it's like pretty.
Yeah. Do I know what is it like hard alcohol? Is it like beer or wine that he's giving them?
Yeah, it's liquor and
Okay.
beer. Liquor and beer.
It's ayahuasca.
No, it's not ayahuasca. Or
Absinthe.
ayahuasca. Yeah, it's not that. It's
Name like
whiskey.
the one drug that comes from America. Nice job, ayahuasca.
ayahuasca.
Tomatoes come from America. Like potatoes come from America.
And touche. Yeah, tomato sauce is totally America. You're right.
I don't think
So-
Annabelle would like confront them, but she might like make eye contact with the guy and just like raise an eyebrow at him.
Gotcha. All right, so you raise an eyebrow and you see one of the older kid. The older kid, he's the one who got the liquor. He looks over at you and immediately like turns away and tries to hide what he has in his bag. He gives it kind of position himself between his body and you so that you can't see as he exchanges it to the kids.
Mhm.
And then the kids
How
all
close are
scatter.
they to me?
They look like, how close are they?
Yeah.
Probably within like 50, 60 feet.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you go to get your coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and get some coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, you noticed there were some lemons. It looks like it's like a crate of lemons that one of the grocers is taking and throwing them out, actually. So as you walk in, like you're about like next door to the cafe, you're about to walk in and you see like a whole bucket of lemons being dumped into the garbage.
Oh my god! Like these lemons look perfectly fine. Why are you throwing them away?
Actually, Dasha, at first glance, they maybe looked okay, but once you looked, they don't look okay. They look like they're all rotten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She'll like when she smells that or sees it, she'll like pinch her nose and be like, "Oh, sorry, never mind."
The grocer, this like elderly man who, and now every elderly man creeps you out, so he he scares you, he startles you, but he gives you a gruff retort and says, I thought I could get him early, but they're all out. They're all destroyed. Look at these. He squeezes it and like lemon juice comes out, but like you can see it's like moldy and like the grayish outer skin. It just crumbles easily in his hands. They're all mush.
Unbelievable.
What do you mean you thought you could get them earlier? Like
Lemons don't do
go bad
so
that
well.
fast.
Lemons don't do so well around here. Only certain times of the year, early in the season. It's too late.
Okay. Cool. Bye.
American, he says, and then he huffs and puffs and goes back into his grocer's stall. You get your coffee. It's not what you want, though. They mess it up.
Of course they do.
They call out, "Is there a Mirabelle here?" They give you your coffee.
Annabelle, is this oat milk in my coffee?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Queen?
And then why is this vanilla latte not iced? I asked for iced.
Ah, ice. He nods.
Baby.
He
She'll
gives
like
you the
roll
coffee.
her eyes. Or she'll roll her eyes and like step outside.
It's the best you
is
could have
the-
done.
Is the hooligan around still? The alcohol distributor?
Probably the older one is still around. He's counting money.
Okay. She might approach him actually.
And he'll turn around startled as you get there with your coffee. And he puts the money quickly into his pocket.
Hey,
Scusi.
like, I'm
Scusi.
so sorry. So sorry to bother you. Do you English? Do you speak English at all?
Of course I speak English. I'm a kid.
Okay. Well, sorry to bother you, but like, I saw you earlier getting the stuff for these kids, and like, no judgment at all. Like, that's fine. I know, like, it's your culture, whatever. Um, you seem like a guy who knows how to find stuff that's hard to find,
Listen,
and
listen,
I'm just trying to get my hands on some stuff.
listen. I know you're an old lady and everything, but you see, you got to
She's
remember what it
offended.
was. You got to remember what it was to be young once.
Oh no, I got you, dude. Like, I feel you. I totally understand. Like, you guys are like living life and having fun, and like, I'm actually not that old.
Did you just call me dude?
Yes,
He says that's so lame.
bro, whatever.
Like no cap. That's like ridiculous.
That's a big L.
Like no cap.
Okay, well, no cap. Like,
Listen,
you look like a dude who knows where to find stuff that's hard to find, and I'm looking for something that's hard to find.
What's an old person like you trying to find?
I need some freaking almond milk or oat milk or any kind of non-dairy milk. I just need something to put in my freaking coffee.
Well, you're not going to find it here in Perla.
Ugh.
There's
There's,
a
like,
Starbucks. There's a Starbucks like 20 minutes outside of the town. It's near
Oh
the
my
hospital.
God.
It's near the hospital.
Does she know that Tony went?
No.
God damn it. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can make time to drive out there. I'll have to ask Margaret.
Are you sure
Oh.
everything's all right, lady? You look a little spooked.
No, like just some weird stuff was happening. Like last night, this old guy in a hat broke into my room and started like talking about the devil coming, and like, what was that about? What normal person breaks into a young woman's room and just starts harassing them? Like, trust me, I've had stalkers before. Like in LA, like they follow me. I know, like they try to find my apartment, try to follow me.
You're from Los
I've
Angeles,
never
he
had
says?
someone. Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh, wow. And how come you're so lame?
Okay. If you're not going to be helpful, I'm just going to go. So bye.
Look, you want some almond milk, just go to Starbucks. They don't have it here. They don't have a lot of stuff here. In fact, that's why I got to do things for the kids here. I'm a little older than them. I get them some drinks every now and then.
Just out of the goodness of your heart.
Well, they pay me.
I see.
My name's Luca, and he extends his hand to you.
She'll do like a nice to meet you, whatever.
And he'll take your hand and he'll put on the Riz and kiss it.
She's like, cool.
They should take out
She's
hand
like
sanitizer.
not feeling too touchy-feely right now. She's not feeling super zen today because of everything that's happened. So she's not on her nicest behavior. Cool. Nice to meet you, Luca.
He says, you know, maybe you're not such an... How old are you? Your skin's so soft. No
you never
wrinkles.
asked a lady her age, so that is none of your business.
Well, he says, look, I don't hang out with the kids. He looks like he's a little older, probably like 19, 20 or something like that. He goes, if you're interested and you got friends, he's like, we're going to Beggar's Cove a little later tonight.
What did you call it? Beggar's Cove?
Yeah, Beggar's Cove. It's a small
where-
island out there. He points to Isola di Malamente.
You guys go there often?
When we want to party.
How do you party out there?
Well, we take
Like
some
what
of the
kind of-
boats down by the dock and we have a good time.
Isn't that island like illegal to access? I heard
mean-
it's haunted.
What are they going to do? Tell us to go back? We've done it. I've done it a dozen times.
Anything interesting on the island? And she's gonna like covertly start recording on her phone. Like it was probably in her hand. She's got like the coffees in the carrier. She's got her phone in her hand. She's gonna like covertly start voice
I think I
recording
need
this.
I think I need a skill for that. That's got to be something.
Sure.
Like sleight of hand or something. Yeah, sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Can I do a stealth check instead?
No, because you're not trying to hide or anything like that. You're trying to do something sneakily.
Well, you kind of try. She's kind of trying to hide.
That's what
Okay.
sleight of hand is for. I think because you're standing right in front of him, Dasha, you might need a hard success.
That was a hard fail.
Okay.
I think
So-
he's looking for a hard
Drop your
success.
phone.
Isn't that what he's going
Yeah,
for?
she drops her phone and her phone screen just cracks.
No, that would be
Like
if
her
you.
beautiful, pristine iPhone is destroyed.
So no, that's not a critical fumble. A critical fumble is a 95 or higher. So you didn't roll a 95. However, if you were to push your roll, that would be something equivalent. So he just catches you filming. Do you want to push it or no?
You're like,
No.
Okay. So he says,
No.
hey. He's like, hey, I'm not speaking anymore. I won't tell you where we're going if you're going to record this.
Okay, sorry, I won't record. I'm sorry.
Don't be a
I'm
narc.
Just,
Come on.
I am trying to just remember the things I hear people saying. I'm kind of forgetful, so it's good for me to like make voice memos sometimes. Of like,
He looks
if I
he looks at your phone and he goes, why is your font for your text so large?
She's gonna choose to ignore that comment and just continue. So like, how many of you guys go out there to the island, and like, what time is your party at?
We'll probably go out like, late tonight, probably like around 11 or so.
Okay, that's cool. Maybe me and my friends will join you.
Is that too late for you? You have, because you have to sleep, right? You got to get sleep.
I actually do. I have to get my beauty rest, and my skincare routine takes a while. But like
Yeah.
tonight, I know like there's the thing happening, or like last night with the festival or
Well, see,
whatever. So like we might.
That's why
stay a
we're
little bit later
going.
tonight.
That's where we're going tonight because everybody's going to be in their homes, all cooped up. We're going to have some fun.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. But I heard like the island's kind of scary. Like, have you guys ever seen anything there that's like sketchy or weird or
Well,
sus?
All the ghosts for sure.
Like, you've seen actual ghosts?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like what kind of ghosts?
Like scary ones, he says.
Okay, like I know they're scary. I'm gonna need a little bit more than that.
Like they're all the people that have died on that island. They come back to haunt you.
Who died on the island?
All those people in the hospital during the war.
Why did they die? Was there like a bombing that happened? Like, was it part of the war?
I heard they were doing experiments on people.
Huh. She's
This one
making
time-
mental notes so she can like bring this up as if she's like psychically like.
There was this one time that a fisherman pulled a really strange mutated fish from the waters.
Oh, when was this? Like recently?
A couple years back. It had multiple heads, and one supposedly looked like a human face.
Wow, that's like really scary.
He says, I'm just kidding. Lady, come on, lighten up. Of course there's no such thing as ghosts.
Oh, okay, so like nothing spooky on the island, nothing sketchy, nothing that's like sus at all, right?
Unless you want it to be spooky.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a pretty scary little place. I mean, it's dark and, we don't go on the main island. The main island's really what the Italian government's kind of cut off. It's like a small little island that connects to it. There's a bridge that goes over. We don't go over that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So the government has like tracking, like people tracking who actually goes to the main island, but not the little one.
I mean, hey, how would I know? I've been to the small island, Beggar's Cove, like I said, a dozen times. Nothing's ever happened to me.
Got it. There must not be any like electricity out there. How do you guys like bring like flashlights and stuff?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
parties?
flashlights. We do a bonfire. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Maybe we'll join you. I will let you know later. But I have to go and get this copy back to my friends.
All right. Maybe I'll see you tonight.
Maybe you will. Maybe you
Bring
won't.
your friends. You have any friends?
Sort of.
The truth comes out.
All right. Well, as long
They're
as you
not
aren't
like-
like a bunch of old narcs, that's fine.
I mean, I'll bring Zach.
Zach, he sounds cool.
Dang.
Zach would party with a bunch of teenagers.
Zach would party. She's like, this is the only person I would enjoy.
He's like, well,
but
it's not like you're going to be bringing a police officer or anything like that.
no, definitely not. Like, what? I don't even know any police officers here. I just arrived. I'm just a tourist, so
He says, I kind of like you, even though you're a little old.
Okay, go away now. I'm done.
All
Have
right.
a good day.
We go to Estelle. Estelle, you're working on edits and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
I'm
get an
working on
email
edits.
from Maya.
Okay.
Are we on the Roll20 view? No, we're not. Here we go. I'm going to show you what Maya sends you. She sends you a picture. Let me see here. How can I share this? Oh, no. I'm not going to share it. Here you go. This comes in. And she says in the email, along with this picture, which has Post-it notes on it, it's sent to you and Zach, but she knows that you'll probably be the one reading it. So in the attachment, you can see it looks like this. It says, Zach babes, follow the plan. And you can see that it says, and again, this is from the actual module, so ignore where it says Marco. It's supposed to be Zach. It says Zach's intro, number 1. Lemon Grove, number 2. Cremation Pit, number 3. Mass Grave, number 4. Hospital, number 5. Chapel, number 6. Crypt, number 7. And then 8, wrap up outside the hospital. And you can see she's got a few things here circled, listed. Drop off is in the southern portion here. Then there's the lighthouse. That's where you're supposed to go first to set up the Wi-Fi. And then there's a place called the Weeping Bridge just beyond this little cove. There's a repeater X here next to the Weeping Bridge.
Sorry, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to show this on stream?
Yep.
What? Okay.
Yep. Is it not on stream?
No.
Oh, dang. I apologize. Whoops. There we go. Here's the map, everybody.
Okay.
Hey.
Here's the map. Sorry for that if you were watching and you were confused. So like I said, the list of the places that you should be going to, that's all listed here on the post-it. The times, like sunset is at 7:55 p.m., stream starts at 9, Ouija board at midnight, pickup at 6 a.m. And then you've got the places here, like I said, the drop-off, the lighthouse, the cove, Weeping Bridge, repeater, Lemon Grove, cremation pit, and then you've got the hospital with a couple of X's on it, St. Roche's Hospital. Another repeater needs to go there. So all in all, you need to set up 3 Wi-Fi repeaters for you to be able to actually stream.
All right. We would set up all the repeaters before starting the stream, or
you need to set up all the repeaters. You need to set up a repeater so that you can get the Wi-Fi signal from the lighthouse when you get to like the bridge. You should start the intro at the bridge. That's what
Okay.
It's pretty creepy. From the email goes on and it describes how it's pretty creepy because when it was open, lots of kids would like put toys and stuff like that onto the bridge, kind of like how like what's the bridge in France where people put locks and keys and whatever. It's like that. They would put like toys there, stuffed toys. So it's real creepy. That might be the best place to start the stream at 9. And as you go, keep putting the repeaters up so that you can continue. You have about 300 meters range with the repeaters.
okay.
Okay. But the original one was already set up in the lighthouse from our boat guide, right?
So no, Nuncio just made that have electricity. He put a generator there. He made it so that you can use the controls of the lighthouse to, it's like an old radio tower. It was fashioned to be an old radio tower during the war. So you can use that to send a signal to satellites. But that's where you'll set the first Wi-Fi repeater up, and it'll give you Wi-Fi up to 300 meters. Then the bridge, then the hospital.
All right.
So you need to go to lighthouse first, then the bridge, then the hospital.
I mean,
Alright.
Tony wouldn't be upset about going. I mean, I'm not here right now, but I would go to this island a little ahead of time. I know that's not part of the plan.
I mean,
Ahead of time.
we depart at 6:30, I assume we arrive at 7. It says sunset is at 7:55. Stream starts at 9. So we
It's quick.
got about 2 hours to set up everything. So
How big is the island? Like coast to coast? Are we walking like 20 minutes? 2 hours?
It's not big. Yeah, you could get to places pretty quickly.
Okay.
Like I said, it's 300 meters to each of the Wi-Fi repeaters, so not
and
that
none
far.
of this is the cove. That's not where the kids hang out, right?
Well, you don't know about the cove.
Okay, yeah.
Margaret wasn't invited.
Margaret doesn't get to hang out with the cool kids.
So you're reading over this email, and Maya goes on and continues to say, like, once you get there, start the stream. I'm going to be moderating in one of the chats. I'll be on Zoom, not Zoom. I'll be accessible by cell phone. But she says, maybe try to use your cell phone sparingly, because if the Italian government were to find out that you're there on the island during the stream, it might be hard to communicate. So don't use a cell phone for a lot. But either way, she says, just, go through the stream like normal, and after midnight, get the heck out of there. Just try to, get out of Dodge.
All right, great. That's great. Maya, I'm going to give you the greatest compliment I can ever give anyone. You make my life easier.
And it's an email, so unfortunately she doesn't say anything back, but you say this out loud, and Paolo hears it in the lobby. All right, so anything else, any questions from you, or anything you want to clarify? Because you now know the plan.
She's already warned me about cell phone usage, so I'll make a note to confiscate Zach's phone before we start.
Fair enough.
And maybe Tony's as well.
Fair enough.
Other than that, I'm just gonna steal everyone's phones at one point or another and just put them on airplane mode.
Yeah, you better
There you go.
explain that.
Yeah.
Airplane mode might be
Yeah,
best, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
All
gonna make a note of this.
So you start to take notes and finish editing and wrap everything up. John, your car gets to the hospital. What's the name of the hospital?
It's Ospitale La Bella.
Ah, beautiful.
The
name.
beautiful hospital. Or
The beautiful
Hospital of the Beautiful.
Yes, Hospital of the Beautiful. And you enter in, you say who you're there to see, you tell the front that you're like family or something. You get up to what would be the room, right? They tell you the room number 666
Of course it is.
on the 13th floor.
Yep.
These things don't
Is
exist,
there-
I know.
do they have tryptophobia in Italy? I don't remember
They
if
don't
they have
exist.
13.
They
They
don't
don't,
exist.
right? Yeah, that's an American thing.
Maybe, but either way, you enter in, go to the correct floor, the correct room, and you see there's just a family outside, like, well, probably this guy's kids, right? He was a little older, so maybe his kids who are like maybe in their 40s, and they're just crying, sobbing outside the room, and you see a priest leave. You don't recognize him. It's not Padre Angelo. And he leaves. He says something to them. You watch this from the hall, down the hall, and then he leaves. He brushes past you on his way out.
He makes no notice of me at all.
Doesn't really know. There's other people in the hospital. It's not like you're, it would be strange to see you,
All right, I'm not going to talk to the kids at all. I'm just going to walk right into the room, or attempt to.
Oh, his children that are outside?
Yeah, I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to pretend like I belong there, and I'm going to just try to walk into his room.
They say, "Excuse me," in Italian. "Who are you?"
And I'll say in my Italian, I want to make this very basic so Tony can actually say it in good Italian, like a recent friend, a new friend
New friend.
of Giuseppe. I know his name.
Yeah. How did my father know you?
Work.
I met him last night.
The man who probably resembles him very, very much. Seems like it's him and his maybe either his wife or could be his sister or something. They're both beside themselves, and this man, he says, "Are you one of the people that he assaulted?"
And I'll say, maybe now. I guess maybe do I know the word assault? That's a tough word.
Whatever. Yeah, you know it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like no assault. He didn't assault. He misunderstanding. He's a good man. I want to remind him he did nothing wrong.
Well, he did something wrong. He's been very sick for a long time and he hasn't told us. You look in now and you can see that their doctors are in there. He just passed. His body was riddled with tumors.
Mm.
Seems
No.
like the stress of last night
No,
did it in.
I wanted to tell him he did nothing wrong. I wanted to, and I get very emotional. Maybe I'm faking it, but he was a good person. I just needed to tell him, and I burst into the room.
You rush in and you see doctors. They're confused. Even the sick kids are like, "What? What's going on?" So they follow you in. You see him there. He's got a sheet over him. You don't see his body, but he's got a sheet over him. And the doctors are there filling out some paperwork. And they ask, "What are you doing here? Who are you?"
I ignore everyone. Do I see Giuseppe?
Do you want to open up to the site?
Correct.
Give me a power check. Have you had anything to drink today?
No, it's early in the day.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a power check.
I mean, I really wish that John understood this game better because my power score is so low.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I feel like all my skills are kind of like weirdly.
Oh, extreme pass. 4/40.
Wow. John, you open yourself up to the site, and there, standing beside you, standing beside the doctors, is what looks like a spectral form of Giuseppe. He's even got his broad-brimmed hat. But something's off, John. He doesn't look like himself. He looks like he's decayed. All this flesh sagging off of his skin in spectral form. Lumps all over his body, especially around his neck and his like where his glands would be, swollen. And he just whispers to you and he says, "It's too late. He's here." And I need you to give me a sanity check here.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
Boy. Oh. Oh.
Hey, can I use luck to pass the sanity check?
You cannot.
I didn't think so. All right, that's a 45/40. That was pretty close.
Okay, so you failed. You're going to end up taking... It's a D3 I'm rolling right now. You take 3 sanity points of a loss of 3 sanity points, and you are struck with fear here. So when you fail a sanity roll, it's not the end of the world to fail a sanity roll. If you were to lose 5 in a day, though, you would suffer a bout of madness. You would then have something's going to hit you. It's going to be something really, really difficult. You can decide how this would affect you right now. But if you were to lose 2 more in the day, you could, in theory, go, for a short temporary time, insane. And you'd have to act according to the way, that the book tells you. So you lose 3. So for right now, how do you respond to this?
I was able to steady myself a little bit. I can still speak. I can still be
You
involved
look like
here.
you've seen a ghost, though.
Yeah, but I've seen ghosts my whole life.
Well, you try not to.
Yeah, so Just
yeah.
before I even say anything, how different is this? Like you said, his flesh is decaying and all that. Like,
Oh yeah.
how different is that from other ghosts I've seen?
Um, this is maybe the most haunting one you've seen. I mean, there's when you were on the police force, you saw some grisly ones. You know, person who just was murdered, right? Looking like they've been murdered, things like that. But this is pretty because it's so maybe you didn't expect it, right? Like this is more jarring than the others you've seen, and it looks horrific. I mean, his body has been ravaged by disease.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was definitely always that. There's that one person I remember who had been dead in their apartment for 3 weeks before the smell found them. So,
Yeah,
that was pretty bad. We're saying it's close to that.
maybe worse,
Mm.
at least equal. In
So,
your
I
eyes.
mean, I think I'm going to be very basic. Who's here? It's
say this
never
out
too
loud.
late.
The doctors are like, "What? Who's here? You're here. Who are you?" And Giuseppe
Don't even-
says to you, he says, "Morbus is here. He'll take you, just like he took me."
This is his Morbus's festival, I think. How do we stop him?
You can't. The people of Perla think that their rituals will take him away, the purging of Morbus. Again, all this is kind of coming out garbled because his mouth is filled with, cancerous tumors, and he's having a hard time, even in spectral form, right, speaking. This is all kind of coming to you mentally. And he goes, he says, "Go to that island. If you go to that island, your fate will end up like mine."
If I don't go, everyone's fate will end up like yours. Help
He'll-
me.
He'll
Help
nod.
save your family outside.
It's too
Help.
late. It's too late.
Quitter. It's never too late.
I've warned you. Now run. And he'll start to, just before your eyes, the spectral form just starts crumbles into a piling, mass. And then it'll disappear. The doctors have called for security at this point. You've checked out. They'll escort you back out. You see Todd in the car waiting with the taxi. And he gives you a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I give him 2 thumbs down and say, "We're going to the library."
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, I
Alright,
want to
so
go to
you-
the library. I need to learn more about Morbus. That priest was a jamoke. So, I mean, this Morbus has been kept at heed for 1,000 years.
Sure.
Tony's freaked, and he from his grandma, he believes there's a lot of truth to these rituals. Tony has not seen and communicated with a ghost like this in a long time.
Mhm.
He's been stifling this for a long time, and this checking out with the name of the ritual, with the whole island, I'm in full defensive mode right now.
Okay. All right, so you're going to go do some research in the city while the rest of the crew gathers for the day. So at this point, though, what we'll do is we'll just kind of fast track some things. Dasha, you get back. Zach, you wake up, and Annabelle and Margaret are basically, they've kind of used the day to get some stuff done. And you wake up, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like you said. Getting really, at this point, everybody's getting ready to go. So what do you want to do?
I complain about my coffee not being a nice coffee. It's Annabelle, you should know better, even though it's basically just I don't even offer to pay you back.
Zach, I understand they're frustrated. I am also frustrated. These people don't know how to make a proper iced latte, and I'm sorry about that, but this is the best I could do
You
for
don't
you.
even know what coffee is.
I know. There's no Starbucks. The farthest Starbucks, or the closest Starbucks, is 20 minutes away. We don't have a car, so.
So stupid. I hate this. I hate this dumb island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
I'm angry with it.
We're definitely in the Pacific Ocean. Definitely in the South Pacific right now.
Margaret, you notice Tony and Todd have been gone a long time.
I'm gonna call Tony and ask him where the hell he is.
Tony, your phone rings. You see it's Margaret.
I pick up right away.
Tony, where are you?
Hey, Marge, how you doing?
Not Marge.
Mags.
Are you trying to piss me off right now? Where the hell are you? I let you have your little break for the past, like, 2 hours or so. Where are you?
There's some things I have to get done.
Oh, yeah? What things?
Margaret, I think maybe we're more at danger here than we think.
What, did you say something to the police?
That man that came here last night.
What about him?
Dead.
Okay, then he's not gonna be a problem.
He had some disease.
You didn't touch him, did you? Oh, jeez.
We all touched him.
Zach was very close to him.
We were all in the same room.
I believe Zach was straddling him.
Zach, exactly. Zach hugged him and basically humped him for like 10 minutes. He doesn't even know how to choke a guy out. If he was going to choke someone out, it would have been a lot faster.
I did choke him out. He did get choked out at the end of the day. Like
Are you on
Zach,
speaker, Margaret?
You're not
Are you
here,
on speaker?
Zach. I don't know why Zach keeps flicking his ear to choke him out. That's very weird. You're not supposed to flick someone's ear when you choke him out.
This was the conscience in your head.
I mean, he just
that you're lying to this.
You know how many weird
not
YouTube
here.
videos he watches.
I know. He likes that one Jacob Paulo, on YouTube. So he's always flicking people's ears.
But whatever, this guy, was he contagious? Like, do we have to worry about this?
I'm talking to the doctors now. I don't know. They sent me to a specialist. I don't know. I'll be there before the boat gets off. But you're gonna have to handle the other stuff. Plus, I don't have a weapon yet. I gotta figure that out.
I thought you had a knife.
Yeah, I don't think that's good enough anymore.
What, you need a gun too?
That or at least a machete.
Machete might be easier to find. You can try to get it from some farmers, I guess. But I think it's going to be hard to get through town with a machete.
That's why I always wear a jacket. You can hide anything under a good jacket.
So when are you going to be back? Are you going to be back here before 6? Like, what time is it now?
What time is it now?
3 o'clock.
It's what?
3 o'clock.
It's 3 o'clock. I need you here back in like an hour or two.
I'll be on the docks by 5.
All right, I'll hold you to that. If you're looking for like a gun or something, try emailing Maya, see if she has anything or advice. Although, actually, just call her. Don't leave a paper trail.
All right, perfect. I'll call Margie. I'll call Maggie right now. What's her name? Mary.
Maya.
Are
you drunk?
I need a nickname for that.
It's Maya. 2 syllables.
I know it's boring.
Okay, Tony.
I'll call Mize right now.
Okay. Whatever. Just get back here soon. Also, is Todd with you? I can't find him anywhere.
Oh yeah, Todd came with me.
Okay, great. I don't have to avoid him. Okay.
I figured it was better to keep him away from Zach at this point. Make sure that guy doesn't get all coked out all tired like yesterday.
Yeah, I don't need him to be coming down on a stream again. That's always a mess.
But remember, his emergency stash is always in the back of my bag if you need it. Under the socks and near the flip-flops, all right?
Right.
Actually, to be fair, I don't think you... So, Todd left for a while the other day, and he, I think, procured some drugs. But I don't think any of you had some because you couldn't bring it on the plane, really.
Right.
So, I think none of you brought any. It's just Todd knows his way around. He knows how to get stuff.
All right, so maybe that's a better question. Once Margaret says that, I'll look to Todd and be like,
You can
"Hey,
go
Todd."
to a foreign country where he doesn't speak the language. That's right. That's what
Todd just walks the streets and people are like, "That guy wants to buy drugs."
Yeah,
Give me a luck
Todd
roll.
is
John,
all vibes.
John, give me a luck roll, John.
They solicit him.
What'd you get?
Success, 51 over 62.
When part of the conversation goes on to getting a weapon or whatever, Todd just pulls out a pistol out of his back pocket.
All right, we're gonna streamline this. All right, perfect.
Todd's like, huh?
I take it from him. How many bullets?
Best
in the
plot
clip?
device, Todd.
Does he have extra bullets too?
Magical man.
Let me see. Todd's he's got everything.
I truly think I grab him by the face and kiss him,
He's
like cartoon style, full on cartoon style.
Full on Italian style.
Yeah, Tony
Like one
is
on each cheek.
Tony is ecstatic.
Oh my god.
So I think all the firearms that are in this book are from like 1920.
Well,
So-
but the thing is, would that be in character for Todd?
No,
Hey, it's a
it's
character
got-
for Italy.
Hey, Bob, it's got to be a Beretta.
yeah, an Italian one.
It's like a super famous Italian gun.
Sure, it'll be the equivalence of like a. I'm just gonna probably just say we'll use like the stats of like I don't know what the basic pistols are in this book, but we'll find it and we'll do it. We'll look it up.
Oh my god, after all of the like stereotypes I'm portraying of an Italian American, am I going to be allowed in America anymore? Or in Italy anymore? I had another comment about like they don't even airport security doesn't care about cocaine. I'm like I'm getting in trouble.
No, you're good. You're good. Maybe
Yeah, but
gonna
Margaret,
be
I
something
definitely would
like-
like to have to transport or convey, that's the word I want, through you that Todd told me where his stash is, and it's in his backpack, under his flip-flops. So, just in case Zach has a little relapse.
Yeah, so we'll use this like a single action army revolver. It's basically
Wait,
just
wait,
6.
Bob, people are saying in the chat M1911. Apparently it's in the book.
Well, that's a wonderful gun. I mean, that's a very nice, expensive,
Colt.
beautiful gun.
The Colt, that one. Is that what it is? Yeah, this
I
looks.
love a 1911.
Is that
John,
right?
love a 1911.
Yeah, 2020. It's 100 years later.
Yeah, but it
It's
would
a-
be just a modern,
it's been
more
made
modern
for a lot
version.
longer than that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very nice gun.
Okay, so let's do that one. The Colt 45.
And 2 zigzags, baby. That's all I need.
Sounds good. Whatever
Anyone
that means.
else? You don't know that song? Okay.
I don't think I know the one. But yeah, this is the one. We'll just say that's the case. It's a D10 plus 2 damage, and it's got a range of 15 yards. We'll plug it all in before next episode, so you have it ready, locked and loaded. All right. Okay, so
I'm just saying.
unfortunately,
like, Brother Malachi donated like $800. I think he gets to choose which pistol.
wait, what
Yeah.
happened? Did we miss a super chat?
Like the plast in the.
Oh,
that's, like-
yes, Brother Malachi has been very generous. Yeah, if that's the one you want, Brother Malachi, that's the one we got.
Hey, Tony will
Um,
take it. Brother Malachi knows his weapons. That's a beautiful, beautiful weapon. I'd love one.
There you go. Yeah, it actually makes sense, right? It could have been a GI, that left it beyond in the past, and they went into circulation or something here. Todd found a back channel and was able to access it. So-
Even today, that's a very desirable pistol.
Okay, perfect. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to go to a local library, and they have the very most basic information, John. Basically, everything that you've already learned about Morbus is what you find there. This is not some sort of like a Miskatonic university. It's going to be like a local public library. They have nothing that's really going to help you here. Nothing more than the internet would tell you. So after realizing it quickly, you and Todd head back towards Perla to be there by 5. Eventually, you get back to the group, and you come back. And do you explain to everybody that you have a gun now? I don't know if Todd didn't tell anybody, so he's not going to tell anybody anything.
No, zero chance of telling anyone. And
Okay.
especially after Joey worked the way, or Zach did last night, no chance.
Todd is going to
Wait.
look at you, and he's going to just zip his lips and then pretend to throw away the key out the car window.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think he talked about the whole day. He's a good guy.
He talks nonstop, actually. He just, in
It's
not so
only-
many words, he gets his point across.
Mm-hmm. No, but I mean,
So-
like, I don't fear he's gonna rat Tony out.
Oh, yeah, that for sure. No, he's, like he said, threw the key away. Like he showed. Keys thrown. So, here we go. So we're here. It is now approaching the time to meet Nuncio. And as you all exit the hotel, you're prepped, you're ready, showered, everybody's cleaned up, you're looking your best, you've got all your tech gear ready. Every one of you has your Spectral Crew handbag, or fanny pack that we called it, where it has all your EMF and all these different devices, night vision goggles, things like that. You're obviously not carrying them out in public, but they're stored away in your bags. You've got all of your social media ready, posts ready to go, so that you can go live. When you leave the hotel, you notice that the previous night's bonfire is being, packed away. Looks like everything is pretty much gone at this point. Padre Angelo, stands nearby. His head is bowed in silent prayer. You see that there are people, maybe just as many people as last night, gathered in the piazza. Windows and doors of the houses nearby look like they are shut, unlike the previous night when they were all open to get the fresh air in. People there are saying a prayer, and he dismisses everybody, and the whole crowd starts to disperse. And this is your opportunity to just kind of like disperse with the crowd. You want to head
Do I
towards
see-
the docks?
Do I
go
see
ahead.
Luca
please.
and his gang anywhere?
No, he wouldn't be caught dead here.
Okay.
They're waiting until everybody goes to sleep, he told you, and they're headed to the Beggar's Cove, excuse me.
I probably would tell the group, like, so guys, I don't know like how relevant this is, but I did talk to some young people in this village who invited us to a party that is actually happening on the island,
It's a party.
or rather near the island in an adjoining smaller island called Beggar's Cove.
Wait, where-
Are they all? How old are all these kids? They're all 18
wait.
plus, right?
The one I
Why
talked
would
to
you
was
ask that? That's red.
the one I talked to was buying alcohol for some younger kids, so I'm assuming he was a young adult, maybe 18 years old, 19 years old. He told me some like scary stories about the island, but I think he was making it up. But I wrote them down just in case, so we can like use it for content,
Where are they? What's their partying?
Yes, they are, and we're invited at 11 o'clock tonight.
I mean, that'll be like right in the middle of doing all the streaming.
That's true. Might make for some interesting content. Like I'm sure they'll have some like lights. He said they might have a bonfire. We like videotape it and be like, "Ooh, there's like ghosts or something."
By the way, when you see the map, and I'm sure Margaret would probably debrief everybody, this looks like it could be the Cove, based on his description of where they party.
Oh.
It's the smaller island, and it looks like a place that would be hidden from sight from the mainland.
Yeah, like this actually here on the map, he said there's like a bridge connecting them. So I think this is it. This is the island that they're going to be partying on. He said they take some boats over, and like apparently the government doesn't care if you go to the smaller island. They only care about the bigger one.
All right, that's interesting.
He said they pulled a fish out of the water one time. Some old man did, and it was mutated with a human face. But then he started laughing, so I don't think he was being very truthful with me.
Oh,
I
what a
think that's the
scam.
story. Like,
What'd you
human
say?
face. So scary.
It's always good to have an escape route.
Yeah, let me take a look at some of these other locations though. Like
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, everyone, make sure you put your phones onto airplane mode because we don't want to get caught by the Italian government here.
Where's my phone?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, where's your phone?
Huh, it's weird that there's a lemon grove. I ran into a guy throwing away a bunch of rotting lemons today when I was getting our coffee. He said lemons don't grow well here.
Well, maybe we'll find lemons actually growing over there for a change.
Yeah, so the ones he had looked pretty gross. Like they were probably organic, but probably not very edible.
So definitely organic.
Yes, I think so. Pesticide free.
The sun begins to set, and people are locking themselves up in their homes. You're heading down towards the docks, and you're going to head towards the end of the dock, so you're kind of out of sight. And just at about 6 p.m., almost on the nose, you hear the sound of a boat trudging towards you. From the boat, you see Nuncio, and he's going to pull up as close as he can. There's some little rocky areas that you can kind of go over to him, but he's got to stay a little bit away. But he'll throw you down like a rope, and you can, rope ladder or something and get back up onto the ship. Not going to make him any checks for this, but you get onto the ship, and Nuncio greets all of you. He shakes the hands of Zach and Tony and Annabelle, and then he'll offer Margaret's hand. He'll grab you personally to help you hoist you over the side.
Oh, thank you. And also thanks for the smokes before.
I thought you might like them.
I did. I really did.
I hope you realize.
Oh, there it is.
His voice changes.
I hope you.
Nuncio got possessed by the devil.
John got scared. I was like, wait, what's about to happen?
I thought you might enjoy those cigarettes.
This is terrifying.
Oh my god.
It sounds like an Aztec god.
What's the voice for the devil later? Damn.
It makes me so off guard hearing that.
Remember, my job is to keep you all safe.
I'm feeling very safe right now. Let's get over there. I want to keep to the schedule.
I've baked in a few extra minutes, he says.
Maybe have a bit of a smoke break before we get there then.
Nuncio will set everything up and get the boat going. And actually, though, there are a couple of things that happen on this trip. So first off, I think what we'll do is, again, you're going over the plan. Margaret's going to explain to everybody what they need to be doing, setting up the Wi-Fi repeaters, things like that. And so while you're doing that, while you're going, Nuncio is going to start talking out loud to everybody and remind you of his part of the bargain. He has to get out of there. He can't set his boat up and be on the island, so he's got to leave. He'll be back at around 5:30 in the morning for you to, pick up at 6. If you're not there at 6, you are stuck on the island, he says. So be careful. And then as you're traveling, you can look back and you see the town of Perla actually looks kind of like deserted. The locals must be observing their holiday now. This was called La Notte della Malatia, translated to the Night of Sickness, which, as you heard, involves people being indoors by sunset and protecting all their entrances with talismans to prevent disease from entering their home. Nuncio gets you all aboard the boat and you're headed towards the island. And you look at your colleagues. There's a nervousness going about all of you, except for Todd. He seems fine. Nuncio, though, reassures you that, once you get there and you do your thing, it's going to be fine. He said, this place it's only scary. It's superstition. Don't worry about that. But what you really have to be worried about, and he says, is there are mines all around Isola di Malamente that date back to World War II. The lighthouse was used as a radio listening post, first by the German forces, later by British intelligence. The mines were disarmed after the war, but at least 2 ships that I know of have been crippled by them.
Huh. Anywhere obvious we should be wary of, or?
I mean, do we know they're the ones on the map?
Oh, the ships down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 ships, and he says, exactly. You have to be careful. I believe the Italian Navy has left some of the mines to discourage visitors to the island after the raid in 1954.
Cool.
Yeah, but
everybody give me
we should be fine. We should be fine because like those teenagers apparently go there all the time and they take boats and they haven't been blown up yet.
You know, maybe they can guide us around a bit.
You mentioned this in front of Nuncio?
Yes.
Kids will be kids, he says. They go there to smoke, to drink, to make love. He looks right at Margaret.
She's too busy trying to like light another cigarette. Like the lighter's just not working. Like, dang it.
As kids will do, they break the rules. But it's perfectly safe. They go to Beggar's Cove. They
Yeah,
also,
that like checks out with what they told me. That's exactly what they said.
he says they
So
also
where-
travel by rowboat, so it's easier to avoid the mines than with a real proper ship. He says, but I'll be back just before dawn, so make sure you're down to the beach and ready to go. We don't want to be seen, right?
Of course.
Good. And so as he's piloting the boat, you can see down into the water. It's getting darker, but there's shadows. Give me a spot hidden check.
Oh.
All of us?
None of us see the mine. We all die. I definitely die.
Extreme success. 7 over 65.
As Nuncio navigates, if you made a success, a regular success or better, as Nuncio slowly navigates the boat along some invisible path, you occasionally spot shadows beneath the water. And at one point, those who passed, you can see what looks like an old World War II style mine floating near the surface, only a few yards below you.
God.
I immediately tell Zach to not touch it or throw anything at it.
I throw something at it.
I will
Well,
hold Zach back from doing that.
I try to catch it, whatever he's throwing.
It's
Did
like
Zach
it's just
pass you?
lint in my pocket.
Yeah, I mean, you attempt to like maybe throw something minor at it, nothing happens. But once the tension breaks, Nuncio announces with a hint of relief, "We're through." He'll circle the boat around, and you get to the place that looks like the landing spot. You can see the lighthouse up in the distance. Nuncio says all of the equipment in the lighthouse has been hooked up as to your friend's request. You'll find 3 spools of optical cable in the radio room. You can get to the lighthouse at the top of those stairs. He points to a flight of rickety, weather-worn steps that wind haphazardly up the rocky slope. And seeing the look on your faces, he grins and quickly adds, he says, "Don't worry. I've done this." He said, "I was just up those steps. It's safe."
All right.
Well, after you, Tony.
Well, I have
Okay, I'll film you guys going up and then I'll follow.
Tony's got 2 questions. Or
Mhm.
maybe John has one of them. With Annabelle's conversation with the kids, was there a talk about like when they go? They only go during this festival? Do they go every night? How frequently do they go? Annabelle?
I mean, I think they said they'd been there like 6 times or like a dozen times or something like that. Like, I don't think they go every night, but it seems like they've gone often enough over the years where it's like a popular hangout spot.
They haven't gotten blown up.
Okay. And with my extreme success, did I notice any like characteristics that make those mines stand out more? Is there like something poking out of the the water? Was there anything that I noticed that would help me identify them in the future?
No,
Extreme
I don't
success?
think so. It was just like
Oh.
you passed by one and you saw it in the water. I
Had to
mean,
try.
they're pretty close to shore, though. I mean, this was just before you landed, so they're not far off.
Okay.
He says to you all, "We are here, Isola di Malamente. Good luck." And as you all step off the gangplank and get onto the main land here, everybody give me a power. No. Yeah, give me a power check. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's power? Is this
On the
It's
top.
POW. It's a
It's one of the top
characteristic, not a
characteristics.
skill. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at all those hard successes,
dang.
everyone.
Crazy.
Nice job.
Oh, geez, is that a 25 I see up
Ooh.
top?
fail?
So everybody else passes, but
Okay.
it's hot out. It's August. It's it's a pretty humid night, but
I'm
everyone feels a chill down their spine as they step foot onto this island for the first time. There's something strange about this place. Joey, you react the most to it. Joey, I need you to track something for me. Okay, you can do it on your character sheet somewhere in the notes. Just put a tally mark, a 1. Okay,
Okay, that is ominous.
all right.
One.
Joey, you feel like almost like the feeling of like an onset of like a cold. Like,
Yeah, because like my nose is stuffy from last night.
there you go. You just feel like you gotta chill and like maybe you're coming down with something, but you're okay.
I just think it's the cocaine hangover.
It could be.
Um,
And
But like, I'm also freaking out. I'm like, this is really
Yeah,
anxious hangover.
this is not a sanity check, but it is feel like there's something about this place, and that hypes you up even more because, I mean, in your heart of hearts, you'd like to think that Zach believes in ghosts, but there's always a little bit of doubt probably. Every time you've gone someplace and you've made a video, maybe somewhere deep down you know that you're a grifter and a
wanted
horrible
to
person.
actually see a ghost. Maybe the reason why I'm such a horrible person is that I've been tricked over and over again, or shown that like the ghosts really aren't real.
Yeah, exactly. And something feels strange about this place. Something that you can't seem to pinpoint. But every fiber of your being is telling you this place is not good. And you look out into the distance and you can see Perla, the town, lights beginning to shut off one by one. The sun is now just about setting. It's still light out, but you gather your flashlights because soon, with the next few hours, it's going to be dark. And you see up there the light in the lighthouse, which hasn't been operating for quite some time. You can just tell that this could be the time where you go viral. And we're going to pause it here, and we'll be back next week for episode 4. I think we're about to really have the shit hit the fan, if you catch my drift here.
I don't know how much worse it could be.
Oh, I think it's gonna get way worse.
I
I can't
Maybe
wait.
that.
Yeah. So next week, everybody, we're back, same place, same time, 8:30. We'll be having Curse of Strahd return next week as well. Stay tuned for some updates about all the Warhammer events this weekend. I'll be posting for sure. And if you'd like to check out any of the links down in the description, support the channel, you can. If you haven't done so, like this video now. The videos have been getting good reception, I think. We get a lot of people who are watching this are watching like the whole thing. So it's really great to see. I get to see my charts. It's unheard of, actually, for videos to be seen for more than like 10 or 20 minutes. You know, you've long form content like this. Usually people tune in and out or come back to it. Everybody's watching this. It's like an hour long per view. So really great to see that, and people respond to it. And we would love to have more people. So share this with your friend and get them into Call of Cthulhu if they don't play. All right. So anything from you all? Any other last words before we sign off?
See you next week. Same creepy. Trying to do the old Batman thing.
Same creepy time, same creepy place.
Thank you. Same creepy time, same creepy channel.
Yep. But we'll see if Tony can see some real ghosts, if Zach can see some real ghosts, and if Dasha or not Dasha, Annabelle will end up hanging out with the local youths. And what's going on with Margaret and Nuncia? We'll see. Find out next time.
Yeah. Peace.
All right.
All right.
See you all on the tabletop. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Good